How can I say goodbye? Man, it's so hard to say goodbye. Yo, Kanye West, ADIDAS, that's it. They broke up. It's over. It is over. Yes. Knew this was happening. You can't be out here saying what he was saying in 2022. And you shouldn't be saying what he's saying anyway about the Jews, about Jewish folks. You should never have bad experiences with some people and take it out on all of a community. This is the most racist shit ever. Doesn't matter if if it's Jewish people, black people, white people, Asian people. You don't have a bad experience with the group of people and then blame the entire fucking community. That's crazy. So, as I said in a prior video, I have never, ever, well, no, I have been disappointed with some of the things Kanye has said, but I've never been disgusted to the point where I said, I don't even want to wear his sneakers no more. Like, legit, the other day I was going to grab my Wave Runners, which are right there. I said, I don't want to wear his shit. Like, I just don't want to wear his shit. Real talk. Like, it's fucked up, man. Eric, what's up? Let me know how you guys feel. Eric says Kanye did it to himself. Yeah. Some people think that he did it to go to Nike, but look, Nike's not going to hire this man. He's not gonna. You can't, as I said, you could say whatever you want, but there's consequences. It's not right to have issues with people. Liu Kang, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Look, let's say me and Liu Kang have an issue, right? Let's say I'm doing a collaboration. Me and Liu Kang are gonna do some work. It's a black dude, right? And then he rips me off. Like he ripped me off, like, or he did some foul shit business wise, right? And then imagine if I'm just like, oh well, screw all black people. Like that's crazy. Like Kanye doing that shit is foul. Like having an issue with Jewish folks that he was working with, and then basically like saying crazy shit, like all the Jewish people now. Like that's not cool, bro. It's not cool. You know, Kanye has some brilliant shit he does and he says, but he also has a crazy way of thinking, man, and an old way of thinking, because that's kind of like an old way of thinking. And it's just ill to think someone who's so influential could still have that kind of vibe, you know? Digital Subset says Kanye West needs to get dropped. He ain't woke. He being a puppet. Well, I don't know if he is. Oh, are you saying he's being a puppet through Kansas Owens? Because some people think that. Some people think that Kanye is kind of just like Kansas, like just like totally got in his head, you know? Because even during some of them interviews, he was like talking about all of that. Yo, what up? Oh, you dog, what up, brother? My caffeine people. What's goody? A lot of people say, a lot of people are saying Adidas was shit without Kanye, which is the most BS I ever read. Yeah, I mean, I have so much Adidas shoes before Kanye did that deal. Like, I could show you Adidas shoes right now, like without even getting up before Kanye. You know, like literally, all I have to do is turn this chair, and I could show you some. If you want to see some, send some love, and I got you. But yeah, I really wanted to go live. I've literally rolled out of bed. I passed out. Went to WWE Raw. Took stretch out there. First wrestling, first WWE show. Just gonna show you the shirt real quick. I'm wearing the same shirt as last night. I literally just passed out. It's pretty cool, man. At the Charlotte Hornets Stadium. So we had a great time yesterday. And shout out and thank you to my guy Tim and Drew McIntyre. Thank you for those tickets. That was really nice of you guys. Let's see. Says he just should have worded it differently. Well, I think. Well, the thing is, like, look, he had the opportunity when he did all these interviews, and he actually did a new interview which I watched with some guy who's he's Russian and Jewish, and he was trying to explain to him like basically what I was saying, you know, and I was like, why are you not comprehending what this man is trying to explain to you, Kanye? You know, it like. I don't know, man. Whatever the case is, we're gonna get into this article in just a second. Yeah, we had a good night, man. A stretch had it's cool seeing people go to their first like WWE show, like because you could like get like this vibe of they're just like some happiness type shit, like you really enjoy. I could tell he really enjoyed himself over there, so it was really cool. That shirt is fire, and seeing the building right here. Yes. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I had to buy it because it's like exclusive only for that place, you know. Let's get into this article now. This is courtesy of TMZ. Shout out to TMZ. Let me put TMZ's link so we give them the credit. The credit is in the chat. I like to give credit because shit, they're the ones putting it together. So the title says Kanye West, Adidas ends partnership. And then it says update at 6:10 a.m. Pacific time. Adidas says they did a thorough review of the Yeezy partnership, and they are expected to lose $246 million in net income by the end of the year. Now, keep in mind, by the end of the year, some people are saying, "Oh, that's not that much money, right?" We're in October, so just do the math right there. We got 2 months left, the end of the year. So it's 246 million they expect to lose in the next 2 months. So if they're projecting that is what it is, now let's do the multiplication, addition, however you want to put it. Fucking now that's just 2 months. Think about what they're gonna lose next year when you got 12 months. So basically times that by what? 6, right? Because you got 2 months, they're losing that. That's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's a lot of money, bro. It's a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. You're talking over $1 billion that they're probably going to lose. $1 billion, a billy. Like, that's ill. He says, by the way, Delz, you my dude. I never do you. Oh, you already know, brother. You already know. I just used you as an example because you were the second person to read in the chat. Like, I mean, look, you cannot. It's not fucking normal or right to take your frustration on a whole community of folks because you had a bad experience with a fucking group of whatever, you fill in the blanks, Jewish people, white people, black people, yellow, orange, fucking rainbow people. I mean, whatever the fucking case is, you shouldn't take you. That's so foul. That's so foul, man. It's terrible. Like that. Like I got a bad experience with people, and they all happen to be Jewish with business. He could have said something like, "Listen, you know, I'm having a bad situation like with all these like top ranked fucking music industry people, you know, not Jews, you know. It's crazy. Like like for someone that does such brilliant shit, it's like that's like a really like nasty way of thinking. So yeah, I mean, look, the thing is, there's the Yeezy sneakers is gonna be adios, you know. Thank you for helping me with this segue right here. Yeah, Drake ain't Drake Jew. Yeah, but he kept saying, "Well, I'm Jew, I'm Black Jew." Remember he would kept saying that. Well, I'm Jew, I'm Black Jew. But Jewish isn't being Jewish a religion? It's a religion, right? It's a religion. It's like Catholic, right? It's a religion. Jewish religion. They celebrate Hanukkah and Yom Kippur. I'm trying to think of all the holidays, right? Yes, Dels. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for interacting with me. I love that. That's what makes me want to. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and kicking it. This is a big fucking deal right here this morning. I forward rolled out of bed, took a leak, and I turned the camera on as soon as I seen this shit. So we got to talk about this, man. Sway has the answers. Yeah, I mean, it's a religion. So it's like, he's like, I'm Black Jew. I'm Black. Like, I don't understand what he's saying. Like, I thought that shit was a religion. Like, not that shit. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the Jews, like Kanye would say. I mean, even the way he was saying it, it was crazy. I almost felt like, is this real? Like, this ain't Kanye West. But I guess it is Kanye, you know, and it's disappointing. Disappointing. As I said, man, if I get disappointed at someone, you got to do a lot. He says it's also an ethnicity. Oh, it is. Okay, thank you. I mean, I want to learn more. This sounds really stupid, but I'm going to do it. Alexa, turn the volume all the way up. Alexa, what is the definition of Jewish?
As an adjective, Jewish is usually defined as of, relating to, or characteristic of the Jews or Judaism. As a noun, Jewish is usually defined as Yiddish, a High German language with an admixture of vocabulary from Hebrew and the Slavic languages, written in Hebrew letters, and spoken mainly by Jews in Eastern and Central Europe and by Jewish immigrants from these regions and their descendants.
Echo. I mean, Alexa, what's Jew?
Jewish people are those who follow the cultural and religious practices and beliefs of Judaism. Most live in Israel, but the United States and France also have large Jewish populations. Jewish people have contributed significantly to global culture and are diverse in geography, race, and ethnicity.
Right. I mean, we got some definition in there, you know? So, whatever the case is, yeah, you fucked up, boy. You fucked up, my friend. You fucked up, bro. But he don't care. He's worth $11 billion, as he says. He's probably worth more. And all he has to do is design his own shoe and put it out independently, and them shit's gonna sell. Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of people don't give a shit about Kanye West's statement about the Jews or George Floyd. Because that was another reason why people were pissed off at Kanye West, what they said about George Floyd. A lot of people were pissed off about that. Well, he said his knee wasn't really on him like that. His knee was pretty solid on the motherfucker's neck, in my eyes. Like, I seen the video. I mean, he already dressing kind of like that West, Delonte West. Kanye West is gonna make money. People worship Kanye West. He's gonna make tons of money. I actually wouldn't be surprised if he starts making more money. I know that sounds crazy, but if you go independent, then all that money goes to you. Yes, you got to lay out a lot of money, but all that money comes right back to him. I honestly think that Kanye West has taken Adidas from a level of here to a level of like through the roof. I can't even show you, you know? Like, let's be real. How many of you motherfuckers were not buying Adidas? Like, y'all weren't buying Adidas, so many people. Some of you ladies were not buying Adidas until Kanye West signed, which is fine. I'm not here to say like you're not cool or you're fucking like a sheep and definitely not. Maybe you just never thought Adidas was dope. And now Kanye put something on the table and y'all like, yo, I like Adidas. You know? Oh shit, these dunks are about to drop too. Let me put that link for these dunks. If anyone wants to try to help me, I want these dunks in a size 9. I'm gonna put a link. I forgot about these dunks. Dunks. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Dunks. A&T, North Carolina A&T dunks. I want those. Sunny says different angles show his knees on his shoulders. Buddy overdosed and they found chewed up pills in the. No, I do think that there's a possibility that he was ODing. I do think that there is a possibility, right? I didn't see that angle on the shoulder, right? But when you have someone of that much power like Kanye West, where he's very influential and people always want to hear what you're saying, you gotta be careful what you say. So even if there was other angles, I didn't see those other angles, Sonny. I understand where you're coming from, definitely, because the guy seemed to be really wasted. If you watch the video when he's in the store, he's pacing, he's all over the place. So I understand that with the fentanyl shit, there's a possibility, 100%. But I don't know, man. Like sometimes you got to be a little more responsible with your wording as not only an artist but as a businessman. Sometimes when you're a businessman, you can't just say everything that's on your mind. You can't. You can, but there's repercussions. And I think this was very poor judgment on Kanye West. Like extremely poor judgment. Like he should know better. You're a businessman, you know, you gotta be careful. People are canceling people off way littler shit than this. Like that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. People are getting canceled for stuff that like comedians are getting canceled off of them crack, like even making a joke about stuff. And you out here being fucking serious about race and controversial, stuff like that, which also a lot of people feel has to do with race, right? So it's like you got to be careful as a business guy, like you run a business. Like, so I mean, as I said, like I get what Sonny's saying, but not everyone's seen all the angles that it was on his shoulder. Because the video I seen was straightforward, and the officer literally had his hand in his pocket. Like my man had his hand at one point in his pocket, like this. It looked like just chilling. Like, yeah, I got him with my knee on him. Like, yo, like you look like a piece of shit. Like. I swear, if I was there, I would have fucking speared that cop like damn what Goldberg probably would have gotten shot. But hey, I don't know how people could just watch that you know. But hey, what's done is done. I thought the worst thing I've seen besides Rodney King, which was the worst thing to me, was also, well, there's no worse, but that one seemed like what I mean by that, it was just pure evil with those police. That's why we had those riots, because no one could believe it. There was so much anger built in because it was it was so obvious on those tapes, you know. It was so obvious on them tapes. Yeah, hit that like button. I'm talking a lot of real shit, man. Y'all need to hit that like button, man. They don't like when people talk real shit on here. Real talk, bro. So, you know. And speaking of love, we got some here from Baby D. What up, man? I like that fit, man. You look like a wild cat, man. I like that, man. You look like you like that. You having some fun out there, man. That's what's up, bro. That's what it's about. Says, hey, bro, what do you think is gonna happen with the value of the shoe? That's the big question. Like, we could go look at that. We will look at that. Let's do that. Matter of fact, I'm trying to download this damn sneakers app real quick. Try to get that sneaker. I just deleted my shit because I was running out of space. Let's do that. Let's go to StockX. Let's do that. Let's see. We go Yeezy 350. This is the newest one. Shit. Wow. Let's see. Reselling shit on them. Size 9 is 220, 225. Let's go to something with a little more excitement, like these belugas, right? I hate saying that. I always feel like I'm fucking them up. Belugas. I ain't as cool as some of y'all motherfuckers, man. Y'all just belugas. Like Balenciaga, whatever that shit is. I don't got money like that, so I don't know how to say the shit. When I know how to buy that product, I'll say it right. But till then, I can't afford that shit, so I don't care about Balenciaga, whatever the fuck it is. Size 9 is 479. Size 10 is 400. I feel like that's like the same price. I don't know, chat. That's a great topic. Like, do you guys think that Yeezys are gonna fall in price or go up in price? I think it's gonna go up in price. People don't give a shit about poor people. Don't have morals no more, bro. Like, that's what it comes down to, man. A lot of people don't have morals, so they don't care. They're like, yo, whatever he said about the Jews, I don't agree with him, but I'm wearing his shoes, you know. And I know, and I may have offended some of you saying that, and don't be such a, you know, don't be a P to the U to the SSY. Like, come on, B. Like, it's just a statement. But I really think that, like, some people don't have fucking morals. And some people say I may be a P to the U to the, you know, to the SSY, like, because I'm like offended by that, right? Some people say that I'm the one being that, right? But at the end of the day, bro, like, that shit is racist, bro. If you can accept one form of racism, then don't be mad if someone throws some other form of racism. Think about that. If you can turn your head with one form, then you could turn your head with another form. No racism should be okay at all. At all. You know? No form of it should be okay at all. Now, if you fuck up, you say sorry, and people feel the sorriness, then time heals, right? But Kanye's apology was made fake. Like, there was no, like, I didn't feel any sincerity. He's like, yeah, well, I should have said that. And he's like smiling with it, like, he's just like happy. And then 2 seconds later, he's like, the Jews. Like, I mean, oh, shit was crazy. I was like, damn, man. Like, it felt almost evil, like, you know? And it's just crazy. But I think that the resale will go up, man. It's going to go up. If they stop making Kanye Yeezy sneakers, they may own the model. Who owns these designs? Adidas. Will Adidas continue making Yeezys and just cut ties with Kanye West? Can they do that? Right? Can they do that? Can they cut ties but still release the product? Or is that effed up that if they still release Yeezys, is that still supporting Kanye West? Even if he's not part of the company no more. Let's say they're able to release Yeezys still, but Kanye West is no longer in partnership with them because they own the product. Because I'm sure Adidas owns the product. It's not like Kanye owns it and can just take the Yeezy and release it. So I'm sure Kanye, I don't even know if Kanye owns the name Yeezy anymore. I mean, it's tricky. We got to get back to that article. We're going to get back to that article in a second. But let me thank Baby D for the $20 donation. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. And let me hit a promo. We always hit them promos when you send them donos. And if you have any requests, please let me know. Bang, bang.
DJ Del, you know I love you.
Hey, yo, Playboy, watch who stepping. Watch who stepping. You see what I got on, fam? Styles. Check. Shitting on niggas with the shoes. My whole flock is fly. Peep the bird's eye views from the checks to balances. Flex the EA's punish release calendars. Big bangs, no silences. Delzy on your news feed. Problems we solve them on Fridays with more kicks than Bruce Lee. Switching up speeds, riding the Fuji in the movie. AF3 spraying the AR-15 on Hollywood posters. Score like the Riddick Chronicles. Leave a nigga stretched off white like Virgil Abloh shoes. These dope boy classics on my feet make it look like I got more samples than Ron G. Jordan 3, cement sculptures. Wave runners got it off the coaster. Hawaii ramming grams of the fish scale to Norfolk. And I ain't no saint if a nigga walk up. I put in pain, blow a circle in your back like an organ. Phone posit, I keep my sweetness in union with my thought process. It's all concepts. At most we take an L, but that's money saved. Quarter W on grills, double up the pay. For the win, a different kick every other day. One by the door and the other one tucked away. Bees like that sometimes, that's what my brothers say. And yeah, I'm an addict for sneakers, you gotta love a J.
DJ Bells. Ooh, baby, you rock my bells.
12 pounds.
Excuse me. Shout out to Baby D, man.
Boom, boom, boom! What's good?
Baby D, my man. Let's see. It says Kanye and Alex Jones are being used to intimidate, scare, and censor our voices from ever speaking our truths while they begin to roll out social credit scoring systems and digital ID. Okay, that's deep. Now, the thing is, though, right? You can't say shit like what they're saying. You can say whatever you want because you can physically say whatever you want, but there's repercussions. You got to be careful what you say, right? I mean, can you really say like, oh, well, this ain't right because, you know, Kanye West, like, I'm trying to word this right. Is it really okay to, like, for Kanye to say what he says about Jewish people? Like, that's aren't we trying to stop this way of thinking? Like, you because that's what racist boils down to, right? Being racist. If we really, in my opinion, right? What does racist have to, why are people racist? A lot of it boils down to people having bad experiences with a group of people, whether it's a skin color, religion, a gender, right? So they have a bad experience with some, and then they're like, F them all, right? I think that's what it boils down to. Now, the whole thing about Kanye saying about the George Floyd thing, that's his opinion, right? That's his opinion. You don't got to agree with it or not. Opinions is one thing, but the other shit, I can't really understand that. I don't understand how that could be okay for him to say that. And I know some are saying, well, that's not what he means. He doesn't mean every single one, but he's kind of put it out there like that on multiple interviews. I mean, damn well LeBron James had him on that barbershop. They had to take him off the barbershop. Like, they literally took his ass off that barbershop show. That's crazy that they took him off that, you know? Because that was so bad. And one day we'll see that video. I heard YEEZY talked about it because YEEZY was in that barbershop with Ye, I think. Let's read this, what TMZ wrote. It says, Kanye West's biggest corporation partnership is over. ADIDAS says it's cutting off all business with him. So all business with him due to his anti-Semitic and bigoted actions. The German shoe company says Ye's recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous, and they violated company's values. Dude, I mean, it's real. As a result, ADIDAS says it will terminate the partnership with Ye, end production of YEEZY brand products, and stop all payments to YEEZY and his companies. Plural, companies. Damn. What about Kanye West? Kanye West is worth $11 billion. Where is Kanye West's money coming? Music, right? Residuals with music and clothing. What else can anyone else tell me other business ventures he has where he's getting money? We said, well, ADIDAS effed up. Yeah, but ADIDAS is under the pressure too, bro. Because, I mean, shit. There's a lot of people pissed off, man. A lot of people pissed off about that. I don't think so, because Nike would have done it with the Yeezys. Yeah, you're right. For example, we buy Chanel and Louis Vuitton. They had links to. Why do you say that? Enlighten me, please, on that information. Name is still attached to them. They would be hypocrites to still release them after getting rid of them. Yeah, I think so too. But that's a lot of money, bro. You know what happens when a big company loses a lot of money? People start losing jobs too. And that's sad too. When a company loses a lot of money, a lot of people lose money. Keep that in mind in business, guys. A lot of you know this. I'm not out here trying to make it like I'm some kind of fucking genius. It's bad enough that he badmouths his own race, let alone another race. Look, you badmouth any race, that shit is not right. It's not right, man. It's not right. Because there's people that are like, yeah, I'm with you, Ye. There's people that look up to Ye that are gonna say, well, yo, they may start thinking in that light. You know what promoting hate does? It brews more hate. That's why we gotta teach the young next generation right. Racism is usually taught. Real talk. You know, it's usually taught at a young age. The kids see it, they overhear it. The kids are like sponges. They hear that shit. You know, only way for it to get better is just we got to just teach this next generation. You know, every race, every religion, you got great people and you got assholes. You can't just because you dealt with assholes don't mean you're gonna fucking just throw everyone under the bus and peel rubber. Like that's fucked up. JJ says, Delz, you right, you are right, brother. But he was speaking to the people in the higher positions. No, I understand that, but he during a lot of these interviews, some of the interviewers were really trying to like get him to understand that why are you going at them all? Why don't you just say the record label people, right? I get what you're saying, 100%, trust me. But every time he had the opportunity to kind of just patch it up, put some band-aids on that shit, he didn't. I mean, he just did an interview last night with someone, and I forgot who the fuck I was watching. He just had an interview, and I just deleted my damn YouTube so I could upload the sneakers app because my memory's full. I was taking mad video from that wrestling event yesterday. Yeah, I didn't get those shoes, by the way. Let me see what's going on here. It says it's bad because the platform. Okay, yeah. Racism doesn't boil down to experience, it's control. Marginalization in specific groups to keep them from being successful. So what are you saying that the group that I'm trying to word this right because this is deep shit. You got to word shit right. You see, this is where Kanye West fucks up. You just start just diarrhea out the fucking mouth. So you're saying that the business people that Kanye was dealing with that happened to be Jewish were being racist to him? This is what I'm interpreting you're saying in this comment. So it's right to be racist and come back with evil? Because I don't think it is. And I'm not necessarily saying that's what you're saying, but that's what I'm reading and interpreting. So, I mean, that's not my way of thinking, you know. If someone says something racist to me, I'm not going to say something racist back to them. I'm going to say, wow, you're a real piece of shit, you know. I may say something back to him, but it's not going to be something racist. You know? I mean, he did say at one point, I'm fighting fire with fire. He said something like that. It's that old saying, 2 wrongs don't make a right, man. And it's just a view of character, bro. Like, you pissed off with someone, there's other ways to combat being upset with someone. But going there, that's fucking weird to me, man. That's a big problem with this world. Like, it shouldn't be tolerated. Like, this shit should not be okay, you know? And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm glad Adidas did that to Kanye. I'm actually glad that I'm not happy, but I'm glad that happened because it's almost like Adidas is co-signing everything he's saying. Maybe that's why John Wexler left Adidas. You know, it could be why John may have left Adidas because he was the one who was dealing with Ye. Maybe he's seen that coming, or maybe he just had a great job opportunity. Who the hell knows? You know, because that was shocking when he left. It's funny how the whole world is fronting like black people are Jews. They want to denounce that. It's funny how the whole world is fronting like black people or Jews. They want to denounce that. Explain more, please. Aren't Jews? Jews is a Jewish people is a religion, though, ain't it? It's a religion. Like like your race and your religion is different, right? It's like, what's your nationality? Not Jew. Your nationality ain't Jew. Your nationality is wherever your bloodline is from, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, this shit don't even make no sense. But please enlighten me, because I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn from you all. It's like if you're Christian and I go to like RG, I'm pretty sure RG's Puerto Rican, right? I think it's mixed with some other shit too. And I say that with love. I'm mixed like a motherfucker. I'll use me as an example. Someone says, yo, what are you? I'm not going to say I'm Filipino Christian. I'm going to say I'm Filipino, Spanish, German, Italian. I'm mixed with mad shit. So I don't understand this whole black Jew. Like, Jewish is a religion. Right? There's no city, state, country that's named Jew. Right? Or am I sound stupid? I may sound dumb. Please tell me you sound dumb, but explain why I sound dumb. Don't just say you sound dumb. Kanye says what he means and means what he says. We all could learn something from that. Yeah, but sometimes you need to think before you speak, Clizzy Kicks. You dig? When you own a business, and even if you don't own a business, there's a difference between saying what you mean what you say, and like, the thing is, like, there should be no okaying hate toward any kind of group of people. Okay. Now you guys have the right to feel that way. I'm not here to try to convince you that. I ain't trying to be your daddy either. So you feel how you want to feel, but I would hope that people would realize it's not right to feel that way. Like, that's evil. Like, that's literally you showing a side of evil of yourself. Because it shouldn't be okay to feel hate toward any group of people. I mean, if you had hate toward the music industry people, that's one thing. But if you say, if you start going at every single effing person in the music industry, shit. I had horrible experiences with Jermaine Dupri working in the music industry. Terrible experience. Imagine if I just came out and said, well, I don't like all black people. That would be crazy. And I know my level of it's nowhere near like a Kanye level, right? But I mean, that sounds insane. Does that not sound fucking crazy? Sounds fucked up. Just like this sounds fucked up for many people. I mean, to throw a whole group of people under a bus because of fucking you had bad experiences in the business world. And then he says he's jealous at them. He's jealous at the Jewish people because they stick together, because I don't remember what he said. He said a bunch of shit because they're so good at business. Well, you fucking worth $11 billion, bro. So start your own business, man, without using ADIDAS. You should be your own boss by now at $11 billion, or that's not enough money? Or is it too much of a risk? Jewish people act like aren't real Jews or Let's see. He says, I hope reselling those runners go down. I need more. The Wave Runners, I mean, the Wave Runner to me was the best Adidas Kanye collab. Ding ding, he says. Hit that like button, guys, please. This is a spicy conversation. He's so ignorant, man. People lost lives in the war. Yeah. Dude, as I said, man, there should be no okaying hate toward others. There should be no okaying that, man. It's not cool, bro. It's not. It's not right. Jewish is not a bloodline, bro. I'm pretty sure it's not a bloodline. It's a religion. My tone sounded like I was trying to sun you. I'm not trying to sun you. I want to make that clear. I want to hear your opinions. I'm not getting to every single comment because some of it's a little controversial. Y'all could just read it in there. I'm not reading it. Y'all want to really get it out there, send the donations, and we could talk about that if you're that passionate about it. Daniel Tran says, the crazy stuff Ye is saying is all part of the plan. He doesn't want to work with Adidas, Gap, Balenciaga no more. He has to say outlandish shit to end his contract. Nah, I don't think so, brother. Who's going to work with him? You think Nike's going to work with him? I have a poll up too, by the way. Let's look at that poll real quick. Who's going to work with him? Who's going to hire Kanye right now? Like, real talk. A lot of people ain't hiring this man no more. Tell you that. I'll tell you that. Shit is real, man. It's not smart what he did. See, I think Kanye suffers from like a complex, like where he feels like he's above everything, right? He's better than everyone. He's above everyone. I do feel like that. For example, when he was talking to Pierce Morgan and other people, he's like, I'm richer than you. Like, how are you going to talk to me? Like, and he even did that with Sway when Sway was giving it advice. That whole you ain't got the answers. It was really disrespectful the way he spoke to Sway too that time. You know, he doesn't have respect for other people and their opinions. That's why he's always cutting people off all the time. All the time. He has no care for what other people think. You know? At all. Some people say he's a narcissist. You know. Some people don't know what the real definition of a narcissist is, you know. Like some people call people narcissists and they're narcissists. Like a narcissist never wants to have an actual open conversation. They want to work on any way to stop the other person from speaking, muting that person, so that they have the upper hand all the time. That's part of being a narcissist, is being in control. And if you notice, a lot of narcissists, they don't let the other person talk, or they'll do anything they can to overpower that other person, to mute that person. So, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say if he is or not. I kind of want you guys to let me know what you think of that. And also, women are narcissists too, man. Guys, these women be using that word and throwing it at dudes all the time. Women be using that. Women are just as much narcissists as men. Israel is Israelis, right? Jew is religion, Jewish. I'm reading what you're saying now. Jews come from the people of Abraham. Nationality is where you were born. Yes, and your bloodline, like your blood, like, you know. Adidas sick right now. The money lost. Holy shit. The money lost. They said it was like 246 million, somewhere around there, right? And this is in the course of 2 months, they're estimating by the end of the year. So as we were saying earlier in the program, that's just the end of the year. That's the next 2 months, over $200 million. So think about next year. That whole year, no Yeezys. No Yeezys. We buying Adidas still. What y'all buying now? What y'all mother effers buying now? You're buying Adidas? Let me find out. Let me find out if y'all buying Adidas, man. Yo, Adidas. Oh, my God. Pharrell ain't cutting it, man. I love Pharrell. I love Pharrell. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Moniqua. Let's see. Oh, the poll. Shit. Got thrown off. Sorry, guys. I was reading comments. I'm trying to post. I'll do my best to post stuff on the screen. Guys, we got to get the likes up. Y'all want to keep rocking. Please hit the like. We got 151 votes, and then look at the likes, guys. Please hit the like right now. Please. Please hit that like. Let's turn up, man. Let's turn up real quick. And I'm gonna give y'all a second to hit the like button, man. I gotta refill my drink. We'll be back in 40 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Stop it.
Oh, watch how I do.
Boy, Young Jizzle, nigga, y'all know what it is, man. DJ Delz.
Peace, man. What's up, y'all? This is Common, and right now you checking out DJ Delz. Stay in tune with him, all right?
DJ Delz, absolutely wonderful.
What it do, what it does, the kid, Mr. R.I.P. himself, Low Soul, case you ain't know so, rocking with DJ Delz.
And with it, y'all, it's your boy, Neighborhood Nip. Big shout out to my homeboy, DJ Delz. No question, Neighborhood Nip.
Delz, Red, man, I'm in the building. Let's get it.
All right, we back, baby. So let's look at this poll. Likes went up a little bit. Thank you. Let's get them even higher up. I wrote Adidas versus Kanye West situation. 46%, which is the high, says Kanye's going indie, independent. He's going to release his own product through his own factories. It's going to be 100% Kanye. I think this is where he has to go, right? And that's where I voted. 9% says Kanye's going to Nike. There's no way Nike would hire Kanye. Kanye has destroyed any. I personally think this ain't factual. This is just an opinion. I think Kanye really messed himself up as far as collaborating with other brands. I don't think brands are fucking with Kanye for a long time. In the future, they will, but for a very long time, no one's fucking with Kanye. Me personally. Whether it's Nike, whether it's Vans, whether it's, I don't think anyone's gonna do any kind of work with him. People don't want to hire people that got a resume, and every resume ends up fucking kind of nasty. And then you have this anti-Semitic shit on top of it. You know, White Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, that offended people. You know, a lot of people don't understand about the White Lives Matter, why it offended people. The White Lives Matter shirt, yes, White Lives Matter, yes, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, right? But a lot of people feel that when you wear a White Lives Matter shirt, it's kind of going against Black Lives Mattering, because Black lives are getting taken out by these cops. Like Edward Gardner was just selling Lucy cigarettes in front of a damn deli in New Jersey and got choked to death. You know, which was, I still get angry about that. That shit's fucked up, man. That shit was fucked up. So, you know, who's gonna hire him? Who's hiring Kanye? Who's gonna do a deal with Kanye right now? 27% says Kanye West is a piece of shit. And 17% says I love Kanye West. They say they love Kanye. I don't hate anyone, you know. Okay. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for joining. Now that you're a member, you'll be able to vote on Friday when we have the battle. We have Mr. Jones versus Ham Goes Ham, 7 o'clock Friday. It's gonna be a great sneaker battle. You unlock those emojis. There's some new emojis that only members have, and we have some private shows. So not private shows like at the Gentleman's Club. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. But we're gonna have some. We gotta have just like Q&A shows, and it's just for you guys, the VIPs, the members. So thank you for joining the membership. Let me hit that button, man, to thank you for the membership real quick. DJ Pro Proc Inc. I hope I'm saying your shit right. I apologize.
Good Lord. That's awesome.
Thank you very much. If anyone wants to call in, feel free to. I'll put the link. It's a StreamYard link. Let me get this asshole off my thing. That's spamming. No one's clicking on your site. He's saying Jewish is not a religion. And he's laughing. Okay. One more time. Alexa, what is Jewish?
Jewish people are those who follow the cultural and religious practices and beliefs of Judaism. Most live in Israel, but the United States and France also have large Jewish populations. Jewish people have contributed significantly to global culture and are diverse in geography, race, and ethnicity.
Sounds like a religion to me. Or am I not hearing that right? Delz, they teach all this BS to colonize you and everyone. They don't want the truth. Call in, brother, please. I want to hear what people got to say exactly. I know you can only type so much. Why not put up the messages up, but not up the rebuttals against Kanye? What do you mean? Why not put I am putting you messages up. I'm just maybe not putting every single one. Shit. Troll alert. Listen, I'm not an expert in this shit. So that's why I'm trying to read all your shit. Imagine Kanye as president. The way he turned on everybody and burns bridges, we'd be done. Well, that's the funniest thing. Kanye wanted to be president because wasn't on DJ EFN, which he was fantastic on Drink Champs, DJ EFN, right? Because he asked him what a lot of people want to hear Kanye say. What would you do right now with what's going on overseas, right? I think it was so, all that craziness going overseas. He couldn't answer it. He had nothing to say. The thing about Kanye is that he's so on his own Johnson, like he's not even understanding, like you can never be president, Kanye West. Like, you can never be president. You can't handle that type of shit, man. He couldn't even answer that question. What would you do right now with the wars going on? He was just stuck. He was like the kid in school when the teacher asked, what is the equation to this, And you don't know the fucking answer. Yeah, you don't want to hire quote unquote black people. Don't want to be hired, fired, controlled. We don't our own shit. We don't our own. Okay. He says he's glad they cut the ties. They control banking, distribution, manufacturing, and media. He is done. Yes, 100%, YouTube watcher, 100%. But regardless, right? Here we go. Good. I want to hear what this man has to say. Because this is what's the beauty of going live, is hearing other people's opinions. What's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, now listen, man. I just want to tell you, like,
please.
It's a lot of information that is just not privy to everybody. It's the 12. You ever heard of the 12 tribes of Judah?
Yeah, he was talking about that on his interview, wasn't he?
Well, the 12 tribes of Judah, they come from their descendants.
He was saying 10, but it is 12.
It's
right?
12.
He kept saying 10. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 12, but there are descendants straight from their Abraham's kids are straight from God chosen people. See, this isn't privy to everyone. So you can't be an anti-Semite if you are from descendants of Abraham. You understand? We all come from Shem. We all come from that, from the 12 tribes of Judah. Those are the people who populated this whole world. So yeah, I understand Kanye is wrong. It's certain things that you can't say. It's what you say. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Yes, I understand certain things that he said was uncalled for. But when it comes to Kanye, he doesn't have a 24/7 media with him. So when he gets on Drink Champs, he's talking to you for a whole year. He's giving you conversations and everything that's going on through the whole year. He needs a moderator, but the things that he was saying was not anti-Semitic. But this is what the media is going to do, because they can pump lies to you. That's what Hitler said. He said, listen, and I don't fool with Hitler, but Hitler even knew who the real Jews were. And it's a lot of this rhetoric with what Kanye said and this. It's like, okay, yeah, you can, if you go look at everything that he said, pick out what wasn't the truth. Only thing that wasn't the truth was the George Floyd thing. But when it comes to everything else, he was spot on. But this is what the media would do. They will take and they will pick and choose little inserts of your clips just to make clickbait. So we have to sit back and look and say, okay, let me go ahead and read what's really going on. And I just want people to know that, yeah, look on the eyes of in the eyes of Black people. He's not just speaking for himself. He's speaking on things that people of his color are they might be blind to, or they just don't have a care for. But there are hidden enemies and people that are designing systemic racism and systemic things, to systemic actions, just to deter another race. And that's all I was just trying to understand to you, that it's not just a
lot
religion.
to type. That's why I said, like, people call in, like, I want to hear all opinions, So I mean, it's very simple. All you gotta do is click that link, and it's very easy to call up. And I do appreciate you coming up and calling in and breaking that down, your opinion on everything. The thing is too, man, when you're a business person though, and you're worth this type of money, you have to be a little careful about what you say, because you're gonna fuck your business up,
No, that's right. But see, this is what people don't understand. Like, okay, when you get enough money, okay, when is enough money? What is enough money to gain your respect? You want your respect first before you want to get billions of dollars, right?
Facts, but I think he already had his respect.
No, see, that's what people don't understand. See, what kind of respect do you want? Like, you got to look at it. Before Kanye was even with ADIDAS, come on, ADIDAS was dead. Yeah, they had everything. They had their little, they were second to Nike or third to Nike. But when it comes to, when it comes to business, Kanye took ADIDAS where ADIDAS could never took themselves.
Oh, you're 100% right about that. I mean, he basically probably triple, maybe quadrupled the money that was being made. Like, as I said earlier in the show, a lot of people weren't wearing ADIDAS until Kanye jumped aboard.
Right.
He's influential, and I understand. Like, this is what I'm getting from what you're speaking. His objective, and correct me if I'm wrong, his objective with the whole Jewish stuff was to kind of just it had more of a meaning toward motivating and trying to uplift Black folks to be more business wise.
Yeah, like let me tell you something.
Is that kind of what you're trying to get at?
Yeah, like listen, Blacks are asleep right now. It's a lot of them that don't really understand. See, when he was saying slavery as a choice, he's just basically telling you, listen, stop listening to everybody, and start to think for what people don't understand is that Kanye just wants to harmony for everybody. He wants everybody to be okay. But what I don't understand is, see, well, this is what they do, and this is and this is just people of other, everybody knows this. It's divide and conquer. They not gonna. ADIDAS doesn't want to give Kanye a store. But they want to pacify him and say, yeah, we're going to help you. We're going to give you a store. But they don't want to see his vision come to life. But they want to make the money though. So where do we get, what kind of respect do I have?
Well,
if I'm just sending you money.
Just to combat that, what you just said, that they don't want him to have they don't want to give him that I take it
Flagship
what you're
stores.
saying, too much opportunity. I think they gave him more than expected. Looking back at what Nike was doing, because Nike really just kept him in a glass jar, right? And would just let him out and do his, like, release a limited Nike Yeezy, right? Barely any units, and then put him back in the fucking glass jar, right? But this shit, I mean, it's like almost every fucking week we get new Yeezys coming out. Yeezy slides, Yeezy foam fucking runners, Yeezy. So, like, I think Adidas did give him a lot. I won't say enough, because what is enough, right? That's the eye of the beholder. What's enough, right? But I think that Adidas definitely gave him a lot. I think that Kanye is at a level right now where he wants he needs to be his own corporation, right? Because it's like, let's say I work for you, right? I work for you, and you own Adidas, and you're giving me all these sneakers. I'm dropping sneakers every fucking 3 weeks. It seems like every 3 weeks, maybe even every 2 weeks.
And every 4
Wouldn't
days.
you, as a business person, think that this is a really good business? He's getting to put out content. He's putting out his stuff on a regular basis. The fuck is Dell so upset for? I think most people would think that, or no?
Listen, I don't know the contract, but what I understand is this is what I understand with Kanye. I know Kanye has a precise vision on what he wants. And I think that he came into Adidas knowing what he wanted. He said he wanted flagship stores. I remember the first thing he said was, I want stores in this. It's just like with anything, the lottery, it's just like, okay, well, because Adidas was, they weren't one of the top guys. So yeah, they pacified Kanye to get what they wanted. They wanted to be one of the top ones. And with all that, you have to, you gotta at least compromise. It's like 50 said something about his son. He said, how much money do I have to give you or how much do I have to give you for you to give me just 1% of respect? And I think that's what Kanye's going through right now when it comes to every corporation. He just wants people to be transparent with him. And I think right now he's starting to see that, all he knows right now is turn up. And I think he don't care about the money. He just wants everything back.
So YouTube watcher says to use financial warfare against someone because you do not like what they say is also institutionalized racism. My whole thing is this: fighting racism, if it is racism, with more racism, is the problem with this world, man.
Yeah, see, but listen, I understand that. But what I mean is, to be racist, you have to have some type of power. What are you taking away from me? Are you taking any type of financial monetary things from me? Are you taking away my education? Are you putting me in these environments where I can get killed at night? Or are you putting me in these same places where I feel like I'm getting patrolled but not served, or not for my safety, but I'm getting patrolled in my city, in my home, around my home? It's all systematic. And what people don't understand is this is the divide and conquer. They told you ever work in a job and they tell you, hey, don't talk about money or what your paycheck looks like to the next person. And it's like, yeah, they tell you that, the divide and conquer. Because if y'all do speak to each other and y'all talk about
people are gonna start working together or being pissed off. Yeah.
Exactly. And they don't want that. So this is why they divide and conquer. And they know how to do it. So, because they've been doing it for so many years. So, I know I've been talking for a minute.
No. I'm enjoying a conversation, brother. I am.
But it's a lot of things that people need to be privy to. See, people live in their own bubble. You know, they like if I'm Indian, I'm gonna watch Indian things. I'm gonna know Indians, but I'm not gonna know what another race is going through. I'm not gonna know what another ethnicity is going through. So people speak on things like they don't know, like they know what people go through, like the plight that they go through. Me, I'm not gonna say anything about any type of nationality or race because I don't know the background. But I understand I can sit there and I can listen. But it's like people don't want to listen to the other side of the story when it comes to blacks and how they've been treated through this whole country. When it comes to this world, you know, and some things have to be, you know, you can't say, oh well, no, we're going to talk about this, but that wasn't what Kanye said was wrong, but we're going to denounce all that other stuff, but we're going to just stay on this one thing. No, don't do that. Let's just take it all in and we all sit there and go, okay, what can we learn from all this? Yeah. Because you heard Kanye say, I want their kids to be like, why is Kanye mad? You really honestly going to think that they're going to tell them what's going on? They've been doing this stuff to Frankie Lyman, to everybody. And I'm not saying, oh, all Jewish people are racist. No, they're not. We all know. We all know that. But when it comes to underlining systemic stuff, yeah, they have a part in it. And they can't just say they can't front and say that, my hands are clean. No one's hands are clean in this world.
Yeah. I mean, and D.S. Williams was saying Kanye speaking in code. A lot of times he does, and I think it's just because he don't want to go full force, because you know he's saying some real powerful shit that, you know.
LL did the same thing in the Gap commercial.
Mm-hmm. My one thing with Kanye is I said it in the beginning of the show and I'll say it again. If you have an issue with a group of people, going at the entire group of people,
that's not wrong. That's wrong.
It's not right, man. It's not right. That's my whole thing. And that goes to I'm not talking just the Jews. I'm talking about every fucking type of community, whether it's black, white, Spanish, Asian, fucking anything.
But Dels, let me ask you a question.
That shit ain't cool, bro. Go ahead, please.
Before we just spoke, I heard you say, well, Jewish people, it's a
religion.
It's religion, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they got us thinking that it's a religion, but it's a straight bloodline. You know, this, and they're not one. They don't. But this is what people can. They can go ahead and jump both sides of the fences. See, you know, we have to really get down to it and say, okay, what really? If you go look in the Oxford dictionaries and the the Webster's, they will tell you have to be a Hebrew. You have to be from the descendant of Abraham to be a Jew. So for them to say, oh, it's a religion, that's because all other people, a lot of ethnic groups, a lot of people can get underneath this religion. But it's a straight bloodline.
Yeah.
And people don't know that. And they don't want to denounce, they denounce that blacks are even a part of Abraham or any type of Jewish. And they don't want that because why? They don't want reparations. They don't want anything. And I'm not here to advocate any type of, you know, rhetoric that Kanye said, but I just understand where he came from when it comes to, you know, his people being done wrong. And he wants to, and he needs a moderator. He does, because he's speaking to Drink Champs. He's just spilling everything that's been going on for a whole year. When it's like, Kanye, chill. What happened last week? Okay, tell me what's going on. He's just going all out because he has so much, you know, people coming at him that he he can't register it all at once to give it to you in you know, in bulletin style, you know, paragraphs to let you know, okay, this is what's going on with this, that. If when you go ahead and you look at that, what was it, 2-3 hours? A lot of it, people was already hurt from the first 20 minutes. So if you hurt from the first 20 minutes, you're not gonna listen to none of it. You're just gonna be stuck on that one thing that you were hurt about.
I get what you're saying, man. I understand your side of things. We have another person that's here. Steve, what's going on? How you feeling about this?
Oh, hey, I would say this, right? Prior, like I'll say back in 2019, 2020, I was working with an agency. We would write music for record labels, right? Okay. And being from Brooklyn, New York, and just the whole New York City, the whole real estate market is controlled by Jewish people, right? Yes. And in Crown Heights, they control everything. My sister works in a courthouse and everything. And we was told with our agency to write music for certain record labels to help certain artists. I was brought into a room and we had Jewish lawyers and the record label owners were Jewish. They say, hey, we want you to write a song how you struggle in the hood and how you sold drugs and how you come up. And it's like they basically selling poison to our community, you know, like the drill music that you see that's going on. They pushing all of that type of music. All of the stuff that you see in Chicago, they promote violence towards Black communities. I see it for myself. And even when I in my sister's courthouse, I go pick up my sister one time, they got houses that they're selling through foreclosure. All these houses, or they close down the court home and only Jewish people is in their bidding on the housing market. And they're getting everything for free. And check this out. Even when I was writing music and making money through the agency, they controlled child support, like family court and criminal court and everything. Like my daughter's mother goes up there, applies for public assistance, and the judge is Jewish. He just automatically puts me on child support. My daughter's in my house. I have a lawyer. The lawyer is not pushing to help me. And all they focus on is to just get money. And the way they set up the laws, these people make the laws. And they sit here, they tell my daughter's mother to apply for public assistance. And once you apply for public assistance, any money that goes through child support goes to the state. And the Jewish community is getting money through the child support. And it's like and this is how they screw up the Black community. And it's like, I understand what Kanye is saying. Not all Jewish people are messed up, but they have power.
Now let me just say one thing, right? Jewish people, a lot of people are saying this, and I see it too. I'm from New York. I was raised in Yonkers, New York. I lived in New York for 34 years of my life. Yes, Jewish people, a lot of them are lawyers. A lot of them are, you know, property owners, right? Business owners. But they're raised and bred to be that, right? Why can't other races be lawyers? Why can't other races be in these levels that the Jews are? Why are the Jews all the ones that are controlling it?
That's what they focus on. They focus like me, I speak French, right? And I would speak to certain Jewish kids from our neighborhood. They'll tell us, look, like there was a school called Yahad, right? Yahad was a private school. A lot of these kids really don't have knowledge like that we have when it comes to schooling. They control their own schooling. And it's like they skip through school very easily, but they focus their children to mostly be lawyers and judges, right? The second thing Jewish people focus on is like businesses, right? And real estate. These are the main things that they got their hands in. After the Holocaust, they never wanted what happened to them to happen again. And what they wanted to do is empower themselves. But in the same time they empowered themselves, they also or hurting other people. They're hurting other people. For example, when you go to criminal court, like I see young guys getting locked up for stupidity. A lot of the times when they had to stop and frisk in New York City, it was them that pushed the law. They the one that pay the police stations and give them big budgets. I see Jewish people stand on my block, smoke weed all the time. I used to sit here coming home and I'm working at the Apple store. Cops is jumping up, pat me down, frisking me, but they'll never do that to those people. You know, we're not treated equal. You know, they have
What I don't
power.
understand is this. How is it that you could have all these the condominiums in New York, right? But okay, this is how they systematically this is what they do. See, they have so much money and so much power that they'll say, okay, you can't live on these blocks. You have to have this, and then this is why the crisis is going down with you spending $3,000 and you're getting a studio apartment. This classism is going down. This is the classism that they're doing. They're trying to put you in a box, and they're doing this because they're like, okay, well, we want to be this superior, race, or what they say they are. They're not a race, and they're not. I mean, they're Jewish people. It has a straight, direct bloodline race, but they want to make it where, oh no, we're special. And this is what's going on. You got Fifth Ave and all that Soho. There's no real Spanish blacks or any type of urban people who own those buildings down there.
Hold up. But why is there not?
You see,
because of what? Information. If you don't give us the information on how to make it, but you know how to change up and change up the rules, then we're gonna always be behind.
But who is? I want to have a conversation with you about this. And I'm gonna be playing a little bit of devil's advocate with you with this. So, who is supposed to teach this?
No, listen. It's not about who's supposed to teach it. Well, listen. Who's supposed to? Why do we get fines for not taking our kids to school? So that's what I don't understand. If we're gonna put a rebuttal to a rebuttal, what I'm saying is
no. I'm just saying like.
No, I understand. No,
yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I'm not coming at you. But
I don't think you are. I'm not thinking you are. I don't think you are. Go ahead, bro. Please.
What I'm saying is, we have time to put on. We have time. Listen, they have time to to crank up the Apple iTunes when it's nothing but drill music, but we can't sit there and you can't put on programming to enlighten or to educate other races. Come on, they keep so much shit tied up that they don't even let you know what's going on in the first place. Like they keep telling people, oh, it's a recession, don't buy houses. When they know that, oh, this is a fire sale, it's about to be there's about to be a whole bunch of
houses are down and you have the money. Now's the time to buy the house.
Exactly, but they're going to tell you on TV.
It's like buying stocks. Now's a great time to buy stocks.
But here's the thing though, even if you know when to buy the houses and want to buy the houses, they control the housing market because through foreclosure. When I was going into Manhattan to pick up my sister, they was basically having certain houses and certain buildings that was going through foreclosure where you could get these houses for like 150,000. They cost like 5 million, 7 million. They closed down these courtrooms and only Jewish people was allowed to bid. Even the Asian community, right? They try to hurt the Asian community. Like, let's say you're going through a divorce, and what lawyers would do is that they'll say, hey, DJ Delz took care of his wife. What they will do is that they will give your wife a lot of the money. They will turn around, give her the home. Sometimes they would leave you the home, leave the father the home. Let's say you own 2 homes. They will leave you. They'll let the mother keep a home. They'll let you keep a home. What they'll do is that they'll give her so much alimony and child support that you cannot afford your home, and your house will end up in foreclosure. And they take it. They take it, and it's like they're just smart. They're smart, and it's like they feel like they God's chosen people. Like
listen, they can pull the rug up under you. They can pull. Listen, they always putting the goalposts farther and farther away. If I have the keys and I can change everything from just one little button, and I can set back a whole nationality, I can set back everybody, and that's the power that they have. And we're not. People aren't even privy to it. People say, "Oh, well, no, they don't have no power over me." Well, go ahead. Well, do you have 150 million like Kanye? No, you don't. So so if they're throwing away his money, what they gonna do to you? They're not giving one a chance.
But can we really get like it's almost like, okay, so are people angry at Jewish people or just jealous?
No, what I'm saying is,
it seems like they just got their shit together.
How do they get their stuff together though? But this is what I'm saying. No,
listen, because their parent. Hold on, let me speak for 1 second.
Go ahead.
Because I think that, like, for instance, with me, the way I was raised was not like how Jewish folks are raised. I feel like Jewish folks really concentrate on their kids, like to be these successful moguls. You know what I mean?
You're right, Dels.
Like bred that way. So why you can't get mad at people for fucking being raised a certain way?
I'm not mad.
Yeah, but
no, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying I'm saying some people. I know you may feel like I'm talking to just the three of you. I remember the show. I'm talking to everyone. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, like, some people are really like the Jews. But I'm not saying you guys necessarily. That's on the panel. What I'm saying is, like, they're just bred differently. They bred to get that bread. Like,
yeah, but
they bred to get the bread. You know, we need to start breeding our like having our kids focus on what they want to be early in life and get that money. You know,
but we're not hurting. What we're saying is that, like, what we focus on and what other groups focus on, it doesn't hurt other people, right? For example, I have friends who come from the Asian community. All my Asian friends, their parents push them to be accountants. You know, they work for Wall Street, right? A lot of them work for businesses, right? But nothing that they do in their day-to-day life is hurting the average person, right? And Jewish people, what happened is that they have become so empowered that you ever heard when this phrase that no one man should have all that power? They have so much power where they change laws that only benefit them, and it basically hurt other people. When you could sit here, pay the 71st precincts, give them big budgets where you using taxpayers' dollars and you donating into the precinct, and you got cops jumping out, kids is just walking home, they stopping frisking black people, and you got dirty cops that will plant drugs on cops on kids. And when you get locked up, right? When you get locked up in New York City, a lot of these public defenders, they're Jewish too, and they don't move with a code of ethic. According to their religion, they're supposed to be fair, right? But when you walk up in family court, all they care for, criminal court, all they care for is convictions, and they will have kids take pleas for crimes that they didn't do. See, all of this stuff gives you a record. Once a group of people have a record, it stops you from progressing in life. And they move very greasy. I won't say all of them is like that, but what I see in New York City, this is what happened. I walk up in family court. I was paying $5,000 every 2 weeks to child support for a child that was in my home. I was in front of Kevin Mahoney, who is a judge. No matter what I say, I had my mother who ended up having custody, and I was still paying. That's when I realized, like, these laws, they make the laws, they break the laws. It don't matter. And you know what? In New York City, they locked up a lot of black people for selling weed, right? They deported a lot of the Caribbean community, right? Now, 2022, all the dispensaries is mostly owned by them, right? Now, to get a dispensary license to start up a dispensary, you need $100,000, right? You could get the $100,000 to go get this license, and guess what, Del? You would be denied. You would be denied. Yeah, no, they just gonna deny you.
But I watched the interview last night, which I don't know the guy's name. He's like this Russian Jewish guy who interviewed Kanye. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but like
Piers Morgan?
No, it wasn't Piers Morgan. Some new guy. He's way younger than Pierce Morgan. He looks like
Lex
he's in
Friedman.
his. What's his name?
Lex Friedman.
I think that's what his name is. He was wearing like a suit.
Yeah, he's an atheist. I know who exactly you're talking about. He doesn't believe that there's no God or anything. But go ahead.
So he was saying that why are you like, who the fuck is this? I apologize. I'm just waiting for an important text because I'm way over what I was planning on doing today. But I don't mind. This has got good energy. I think the people need to hear this type of stuff. Just adults conversating about real shit in the world. He was basically saying like, why are you like kind of just going at all the Jews instead of just rich people? Like, and I understand like the two of you guys, if I'm not mistaken, this is what I'm getting from both of you guys it's a common thread that the Jewish people are the ones that are running this shit. That's what I'm getting.
Systematic. It's like it's like this. It's like certain things you might not see things or be privy to what's going on, but you could feel something, and some things is you might think that I'm tripping, but no, it's like no. This is what they're doing to you. There are people that they're think tanks than just people that sitting around the table trying to manipulate your future. And we can sit there and say, oh no, that's not true. But no, it is true,
Let me ask you this question. And sometimes I have to just go because my memory's really bad. Like, so speaking out like this, do you think that anything's ever going to change? It's not, because the world is ran by money and power.
But listen, the truth. We just need the truth out here. I understand what you guys are saying.
I understand what you guys are saying, but I also understand how this world works at times, and it's fucked up the way the world works.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Who has that power though?
You got to look at it like this, Dels, right? Black people have suffered more than any other race, right? Now, it don't matter whether you come from the Caribbeans or America or Africa or even Europe. We all been enslaved over 400 years, right? Now, with all of that happened, the Holocaust only happened for 4 years, right? We could talk about shooting up another black person. I could rap about killing
let's try not
all these people. I could talk about Martin Luther King in the worst way, and I could talk about all these bad things. But the minute you say something about a Jewish person in a negative light, you get blackballed, right? Even if you speak the truth, what I'm saying, Dels, is that like unless you're affected by this, like I have been, if it doesn't affect your community, you don't see it. But it affect my community. Like my mother, live in Crown Heights. They raised my mother's property tax to the point where my mom can't afford her home. This is how they force blacks out of.
What's it called? What's it called?
Gentrification.
Yeah, that's what they did in Brooklyn
and that's a form of classism too.
What's Williamsburg or whatever it is?
They're doing this in Williamsburg. And here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Dels. This has nothing to do. Race plays a part of this, but the Italians and the Irish, that's downtown Brooklyn and Park Slope, they being forced out of their communities by the Jewish people too. See, I speak French and I speak to certain Jews. The way they look at themselves, they look at themselves as God's chosen people, which is deeper than racism. They think they're God's chosen people, but they look down on everybody on this earth, and they think that your purpose on this earth is to serve them. They think everybody going to hell, so they don't have no respect for you. So when I walk up in family court and a magistrate that's acting as a Jew is saying for me to pay $5,000 every 2 weeks, which I don't have. I'm constantly going to prison. I went to prison, but all these charges got dropped, right? As I'm paying the child support, the child support office is saying that they're not receiving the child support payments. But the court said they're not receiving it, but child support is taking the money. I'm constantly going to prison. I'm in front of a Jewish dude. And it's like, yo, and I'm seeing how certain blacks who have money, how they take the money, they take the power. You get a divorce, they'll sit here, take the man who has all of the money, and they'll give everything to the wife. And the wife, She don't have no education. She wastes 20 years of her life just being a housewife. And let's say there's a black man who took care of his family for 20 years. There's power in that black man having his money. So what they'll do is that in a divorce, they will make sure he has nothing. They focus on courts and laws. And the same laws that they make, they break the laws. And I see it different. Like you name this, Dels. Name one Jewish artist today or actor that's signed to an Asian or a black person in Hollywood or music and entertainment.
Well, maybe that's because all the best ones are not of those races.
No, I literally sit in these offices and I speak to these Jewish people. And you see, when I come up in these offices,
I feel like we've gone completely off topic, and I'm reading the chat a little bit.
But I understand what
I want to get back on topic, but I'm not. I want you to continue. I want you to finish what you were saying. I'm not trying.
I want to say this, Dels. Then I'm done. Kanye, when Kanye said the things that he say, Kanye sounds crazy, right? But when Kanye says that white lives matter, he's saying stuff that's going to draw attention, and he's going to speak on these things. When Kanye says white lives matter, that's because white people also themselves are affected by these groups of people as well. It's not just a black thing. It's not the Asian community suffering too. So for the longest, people thought Kanye was crazy. He's not crazy. When he had all those people, if you look at the Yeezys, right? The Yeezy store, he put trash bags and he put the clothes in the bags and the people digging through the bags. And what Kanye wanted to do was humble the rich people and make them just like the poor people who are homeless. He even designed his clothes.
No, you're 100% right. It was a form of art, and it was beautiful. It was cool as shit. I get. Listen, I'm a huge Kanye fan. My thing is, the reason for this video was because this is breaking news. Of course, this is a sneaker channel, right?
No, I understand. That's why I kept it.
But we have to. But how can we not speak about what's being spoken right now? Because this is the part of the reason why this all went down. My whole thing is, getting back to the sneaker thing, is you could say whatever the fuck you want, just like you guys can say whatever you want. This is an opinion show. The opinions of anyone that comes on this show, whether it's today, tomorrow, the next day, as long as you're not being disrespectful to anyone that's on the panel, you're free to speak your mind. The opinions do not reflect on the show or me. This is all individual opinions. It's an opinion show, just like the chat. It's an opinion. That's what's beautiful about YouTube, is you represent you on here in the chat, in the comments. But at the end of the day, the situation is Kanye lost a lot of fucking money. ADIDAS lost a lot of effing money, right? They cut ties. His contract's terminated, reported by TMZ, and what is Kanye going to do next is one of the discussions. And also, did Kanye go too far with it? And in my opinion, yes. You can't speak. You can say whatever you want, but
he went too far.
He went too far. He went too far going directly at Jewish people. It's not right. Look, these two guys have been talking about what they see out there. I see a lot of shit too. I'm just not going exactly into details, but I do see.
We gotta denounce. Listen, we gotta denounce that Jewish people are just one people. No, they want to be just that one specific,
Well, that's
nationality.
That's an opinion.
When it comes to, but you have to know that there's 12 tribes of Judah, 12 tribes of Abraham. They're descendants of Abraham, so we're all Jews. And they want to keep it to just one race, one people. And it's like, no, we're all Jews. So why are you trying to say that he's anti-Semite when clearly how can he be Semite? How can he be an anti-Semite when he is Hebrew, when he is a descendant of Abraham? And that's the thing about it. They have us so colonized. They have us so colonized that we just think that Jewish people are just a race or just a religion, when it's like, no, it's a nationality. It's a lot of people. Jewish. You have to be a descendant of Abraham to be Jewish.
Let me ask
And
you this
that's all
question
it
real
is.
quick. Let me ask you this question real quick though. So in your defending Kanye, right? Why does Kanye say what he's saying about Jewish people and going at all the
I'm not
Jewish
defending
folk, right?
Kanye. I just
Okay.
listen. I'm not defending him. I
No
just said,
problem.
listen, the things he said was wrong. Yes, it was wrong. But people tend to pick and choose what they want to hear when it comes to all that. See, this is what the media can do. They don't want to listen to everything and say, okay, was that true? Let's go ahead and fact check that. Okay, is this true? No, they want to take that one little insert that what was going on in his conversation, and now they want to blow it up. And this is the thing that I don't understand.
That's a big problem with media, because what happens is you'll have a 5-hour podcast or something like that, and someone could just clip one little thing and post it on there, and then people just take that, and sometimes stuff is taken out of context, and not necessarily I'm saying with just this Kanye shit, but there's times I've seen stuff where people just clip something that someone says, post it up there, and you ain't even hear the whole fucking context of the whole shit, and it's crazy. Let me just before I miss out on these super chat donors, because they're so important. This is what
it's all up. Hey, yo, Delz, I'm done, bro. I just wanted to tell you.
Thank you, man. You. And I appreciate your
respect,
your time,
bro.
your
I get my sneakers
your
from you back in the day. I love you, bro. Stay up.
Real talk. Thank you so much, brother. I really enjoyed our conversation. Yo, thank you for the dono, man. Appreciate you so much. Let's go here with it. My man Sean, we gotta play this one for Sean.
I'm out here and I'm scrolling down Instagram, and I see my good friend Charlemagne did an interview talking about Tom Brady is the greatest athlete of all time over Michael Jordan. What type of crack cocaine they got out there in New York? Cause nigga, you tripping. Didn't Tom Brady lose 3 Super Bowls? Michael Jordan never lost in the finals. Matter of fact, Michael Jordan never even been to a game 7. You know why? Cause you talk slick and I'm ice your ass in 6. He get niggas out of here. Michael Jordan was so good that he won 3 championships and then told them niggas, y'all can't guard me. This shit getting boring. I quit. I'm gonna go play baseball because you niggas can't fuck with me. One played baseball for 2 years and then came back and won another 3. So if he never left, he would have won 8 championships in a row. Michael Jordan is 111 years old right now, still selling more sneaks than every nigga in the NBA. Right now, your kids never seen Michael Jordan play ever in life, but they want a pair of Jordans.
Boom, boom, boom! What's good?
What's good to Sean? Thank you so much for the $5 donation. I really do appreciate it. We got to pay for this StreamYard shit, where I'm able to put all these like images and shit like that on the screen and have guests on here. So like that goes to that, and really do appreciate that. We have another one from Endless Possibilities, and he says, "Tell me what he said against Jews that was anti-Semitic." Well, when you go, when you speak on, he was speaking about about the Jewish people, right? That he worked with, right? In a bad light, right? But instead of just looking at them as business people, he's looking at them as Jewish business people, and then he's in my interpretation of it, all of them in the same category. Not all Jewish people are high-ranked business people that work at record labels, and there's Jewish people that are working at the fucking deli, that are cutting meat at the deli and making you a sandwich. There's Jewish people that are working at Target right now, like not all Jewish people are high-ranked business people. And he's putting all of them in one fucking category. It ain't right. See, the thing is, we're focusing so much on the Jews and not just right and wrong. Let's eliminate. Let's say Kanye West was talking about Indian folks, right, or Chinese folks. It's still the same shit. You're not supposed to. It's not right to judge a whole community of people because you had bad business experiences with business people. Why can't they just be business people? Why do they have to be Jews? Just like why are or blacks going to be put into one thing, or whites going to be put into one thing, or Indians going to be put into one thing, or Catholics going to be put into one thing, or Muslim folks being put into one thing, right? That shit ain't right. Just because, let's say, one Muslim person does something fucked up, that means all Muslim people are terrible? No. That's my thing. Like, I'm not even looking at it as defending Jewish people. I'm looking at it as like humanity, humans, you know? Like, until we stop this fucking like putting everyone in the same fucking basket, you know, and not just looking at people as people and individuals, shit is this whole vibe is never going to be fixed. There's always going to be hate. Because
that's true.
What did you say?
I said that's true. See what Kanye's issues is, these are rich people issues that only rich people go through, but like regular people, we go through similar issues too. But what Kanye's frustration came from was first from Louis Vuitton. When he made the Louis Vuitton deal, he blew up Louis Vuitton. He made the millions of dollars, right? And he is not, they wouldn't give him no money from it. He comes over to Nike, they treating him like a slave. They come out with the sneaker, and just Kanye being signed to Nike and his popularity blew up the brand, right? Now, he leaves Nike, he goes over to Adidas. Adidas wasn't doing well, to the point where Adidas has caught up to Nike, right? Now, what he has done
just real quick, just a tiny quick statement, because I got sprinkled when you talk once in a while. I got to hit you with some salt and pepper. Adidas was doing good because I was rocking with Adidas back then. Keep in mind, this sneaker channel's been running for a very long time, but they did amazingly good once Kanye came in.
Yeah, Dels, we sneakerheads. I buy Adidas Ultra Boosts, and I love Ultra Boosts, and I buy the Ultra Rain sneakers. But the majority of the public don't do that, right? The majority of the public is going to go to Adidas because of Kanye. Kanye basically made Adidas network 10 times what it was in the past. So he blew them up, right? It's like, imagine I came to you with you came to me with $100. I made you 15 million. And I said, hey, Dels, buy me a car. You're like, nah, I'm not buying you a car. All Kanye's asking for is Yeezy stores. Something simple. And they won't do that. And
yeah, but that's their choice. That's their choice.
Yeah, that's their choice. So he's looking at it.
Why does Kanye have to feel entitled to have those Yeezy stores? Why does Adidas have to give those Yeezy stores? If I hired you to do a partnership and it wasn't in the paperwork to have your own Yeezy store, and you want to do a Yeezy store, and maybe I'm not even feeling your vibe for the past 5 months because you've been saying all types of shit that's too controversial. Who's gonna give you a fucking store? I know I ain't giving you a store.
That's the thing. They promised him these things. They promised him these things in his deal, and they never came through. And on top of that,
fact, or is that you think? That's a big statement.
Kanye's saying that they promised them these deals. After a certain time to open up a store, like incentives. If you sell a certain amount of shoes, we will open up a store. And he's saying, hey, they're not doing these things. And if you listen to the stuff that he's saying, he's even talking about his frustration in the music industry, right? You heard what 50 said. 50 said that there's no difference between a gang member in the street and a businessman. A businessman is just as ruthless as a gang member in the street. A gang member will confront you and rob you, right? A businessman will have a contract written up, pass it to you, and the contract look good. And you basically sign it and not knowing that you're signing your life away. And these are the things that Kanye has dealt with, you know, so it's frustration. When you see a person just blow up like that, it's not that he's going crazy. He's just been dealing with a lot.
Hold that thought for 1 second. Let me just hit a promo real quick for the guy right here. Endless Possibilities, man. Salute to Endless Possibilities. Thank you so much. Let's take this ride real quick.
Hey, check it out, Jonesy. Hey, is there anything on my face? Jones, be careful lighting it. I think I smell gasoline.
Boom, boom, boom. What's good?
What's good is Endless Possibilities with the $5 donation. Thank you very much. Keep them coming, baby. Keep them coming. Look, I do think another thing with Kanye, I feel like Kanye is so ambitious that he expects everyone to do whatever his thought process. Like, and that's why people say he's a narcissist, right? I feel like Kanye feels like everything he thinks needs to come into fruition, which is dope, and a lot of times it does. And I think a lot of us really need to start thinking more that way. Like, if you have dreams and ambition, go for that shit and just keep pushing and pushing, speak about it. But I feel like Kanye at times acts kind of like a spoiled child, where, I mean, he got so much shit from Adidas, bro. Like, and I don't know if that's factual or not until I see paperwork that he's supposed to have his own store, because, you know, like, why wouldn't they give him a store? I know why, because he's shooting too much from the hip, and he's unfiltered, and it's I mean, he's bipolar, right? He has said he's bipolar. If you notice, every single deal he has seems to come off kind of in bad taste. Like, how come we don't hear other artists dealing with this shit? And also with Nike, right? Getting back to Nike, because I had thoughts that were stored in my head and I totally forgot about them. When we were talking about Nike, yes, Nike kind of bottled him up, right? But at the time, this was new, really, having an artist like signed to like a major brand. I mean, yes, we did have like 50 Cent G-Unit shoes and Jay-Z's S. Carter's with Reebok. Besides that, right, there wasn't like this next wave, right? And back then, the sneaker culture shit was kind of just not really it was underground. Sneakerheads is kind of underground. You just either bought mad sneakers and you had friends that did, but it wasn't like popular and glamorized, right, at the time, like it is. And now it's from when them first Yeezys dropped in Nike to now, it's like glamorized on steroids. I mean, you have goofballs on Instagram just taking pictures like this, and, you know, just to get likes, and like they probably don't even give a shit about the actual fashion vibe of shoes. They don't even look at this as an article of clothing. They just look at it as a way for me to quote unquote be cool and shit, right? But like with Kanye, he signs to a sports brand. Nike is a sports brand. Nike has LeBron James. Nike has Michael Jordan. Even though it's Jordan brand, still under Nike. You look at any of your Jordan sneakers, look in the back of the box, they got a damn Nike logo on that shit, right? So it's like, at the time, I think they held him back because of the fact that they didn't want him to overshine the athletes. I spoke about this 7 years ago, or whatever, however long ago it was when them Yeezys released, right? Now they giving these artists a lot of shit. Look, Travis Scott's releasing stuff all the time. J Balvin just released another piece recently. I think that Kanye is someone that laid the tracks down for all the other people. He was like the older brother that broke in the parents, where, you know, the first kid, he couldn't go out and stay out till 10 at night, you know? And now the third kid's now up till 2 a.m. on a fucking Friday night, you know, like it's open now. Like, you know, like he set the tracks for that shit. He's a true pioneer of it. But I think that's why he was limited. I don't think it had to really do with anything else but that. When he went to Adidas, though, they gave him a lot, I think. I mean, as I said, they gave him a lot. I really think so. They have, I mean, how many different fucking models he has? He has 350, 700, 500, 450. I mean, the motherfucker, they giving him a lot of shit. So, like he's worth $11 billion because I think a lot of it has to do with his work with Adidas. So, I just can't comprehend how it's like poor fucking Kanye West. Like, I don't understand that when he got a great opportunity, he's putting out so much of his product. I mean, who the fuck has that many sneakers? Like, no one does. Who has that many sneakers? Like, usually an athlete gets like one shoe a year in different colorways. This motherfucker will drop like 3 different silhouettes in 1 year. I at times I feel like Kanye's a little bit of a spoiled brat, man. Like,
I feel like that. I do feel like that at times too. But
at times. That's a key word. I agree with you on that.
But look, you gotta look at it like this. Nike made a lot of mistakes, right? For example, Steph Curry. When they was trying to sign Steph Curry, they didn't take him serious. They didn't even pronounce his name properly. They let him go. Then they had Tracy McGrady. They didn't market Tracy McGrady good. You look at Kobe. At the time before Kobe passed away, believe this or not, if you go to Europe, right? Europe itself, France, I don't see nobody with LeBrons on their feet. I don't see people with Jordans on their feet like that. Guess what I see? Kobe's on everybody's feet. I was confused. I said, since when people love Kobe's like this? But in Europe, they like soccer sneakers. And Kobe shoes is more like a soccer sneaker, right? But Nike didn't give Kobe a lifetime deal before he passed. Kobe was planning on leaving Nike.
Yes, and we did a video covering that. It's a real interesting story. Dig it up on this channel because we actually showed some alleged prototypes of the shoes. They look pretty cool too. And yeah, like, look, these companies are powerful. You're dealing with a lot of money, man. It's gonna be like that. But the thing is, Kanye's big fuck up was just talking about a group of people. That's what fucked it up. Yo, Luke Hang, thank you so much for the donation, brother. I appreciate you. I want to see you on the show. Yo, come through on Friday and judge if you're free. 7 o'clock, man. And we've got to have you battle again. I got to have you back on. Thank you so much.
Boom, boom, boom. What's good?
What's good is Luke Kang, man. He's got some real nice sneakers. I'll never forget Luke Kang. Luke Kang, I unboxed these, right? If I'm not mistaken with you. These Yeezys. I love these. These were really cool to me. I mean, it's just a damn shame, man, because, you know, Kanye is very talented, man. I just think that Kanye has got some issues where he's a brilliant guy. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna say something without saying it. This motherfucker definitely saying a lot of this guy's definitely saying a lot of real shit too. Minus the whole shit about the Jewish shit. I don't agree with that one bit, how he approached shit. But he is saying a lot of stuff that's really real shit. But that's the thing about Kanye. Kanye is like, for every like 5 brilliant things he says, he'll say some shit that's just not the right way to say it. and that's where he fucks up. It's like he's really smart. Like, it's like he's freestyling, right? Even if you don't know how to rap, try freestyling. You're gonna say something stupid when you freestyle. If you just try busting a fucking freestyle when you jump in the car today, right? When you play a song and you just start fucking, oh, the beat's going on for a little bit, and you start rapping fucking to yourself or something like that, right? You're gonna say something dumb. But when you're talking about actual topics now, I feel like he's always going off the top of the head, and he's got great ideas, right? But then he's got shit that's just like, he's not thinking, he's not writing it down. He's just saying something off the top and it's coming off crazy. And then he strokes his own shit like he really rides his own dick, right? Like he thinks he's like God's gift, which is fine to think that you God's gift. Like, you know, God put us all out there as you know, as individuals that have gifts, right? Some of us are still trying to figure out what the fuck they are, right? I know it's hard out here, especially young heads out there. But like, Kanye's biggest problem is just when he says certain shit. Sometimes I think he thinks, yo, that was brilliant, but it really ain't fucking brilliant. It was really crazy what you said. And then he'll just keep, instead of saying, oh, no, I don't mean to say it, he actually really starts believing what he's saying is right. And then he'll just fucking just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Like when he said that thing on Drink Champs, when then I think he went to Pierce Morgan after. Like, it took him like an hour and a half to even just like apologized, which to me was a bullshit apology. It wasn't a real apology. You know when a motherfucker really sorry or not. You know, someone was saying the windows behind the eyes don't lie. You know, shit is real. You know, the window behind the eyes don't lie. Because you can tell a lot by someone by looking into their eyes, man. You know when someone's passionate about something when someone's not, you know? Like I do. Like I'll talk to someone and I'll know right away who the kind of person they are. Just looking into a motherfucker's eyes. And people that don't want to look into your eyes got a lot to hide, you know?
Yeah,
And
that's true.
Kanye, you could see in his fucking eyes he mean this shit that he's saying. He's really like full force.
If you could remember around the time where Kanye and Jay-Z did that album together, Jay-Z during the making of that album, he said it was hard dealing with Kanye. You know, Kanye has a very strong personality. He says a lot of crazy stuff. It sounds like he says good stuff, but his delivery is bad. I would say that. The way he delivers the message is not so great.
As I said, man, he reminds me of like almost like the way my children act sometimes if they can't get what they want. Like they don't understand. Like, you know, like my kid want to buy some toy, right? Christmas is fucking a month and a half away. You want me to spend $100 on some toy right now? Like, shit, I just bought you some last week. Like, you know, what the hell am I supposed to buy you on Christmas? Like, he act like he's so like, well, I have this brilliant idea, so it has to go down right now. Like, imagine if I was like Kanye right now. Like, oh, I got this sneaker. It has to happen. And if it doesn't happen, well, screw this brand that I'm talking to. Screw that brand, because I'm talking to brands, right? I'm always talking to brands. Like, I can't get mad at a brand for not wanting to put a collaboration out, you know? Like, figure out how to fix life is mathematics, man. You got to figure out how to figure out the equation. There's always a way to figure out an equation, even if the shit is stacked against you. There's always got to be a way to figure out an equation.
My question to you, Dels, do you think Kanye could repair his relationship with the public and with these brands?
With the public, yes. With the brands, I don't think Adidas and him will ever be back. I do not think so. I think maybe in maybe 10 years, maybe he'll have something with Nike. 10.
I think he could repair his relationship with the brands because no artist has ever made what Kanye made for Adidas. And money talk, you know? You could basically commit crimes in America. As long as you got the money, you could get off. You know?
You do have a point. Time heals all wounds, right?
Yo, Adidas is gonna say, damn, we're losing money by letting him go. We can't afford to lose him over some words. You know what, Kanye, come back. We're gonna restructure our deal. We're gonna give you your little Yeezy store and put a band-aid over the wound.
Yeah, but the problem isn't about really. I think that Kanye forced the hand of Adidas having to make this move. Balenciaga cut ties with him yesterday or the day before. Adidas. I think there was another company that cut ties with him. Companies ain't messing with him, man. People are gonna stop buying those products, bro. That's what it's coming down to. You got Ross from Friends speaking on it. You got all types of people speaking on it, man. All different people from all different walks of life speaking on it, you know? Like, and I agree with what they're saying, man. You can't why I wish he just would have just said business people, you know?
He's frustrated. He's frustrated from what he's going through. Even with what I explained you that I'm going through, right? That I have went through. I've never said oh, Jewish people around the world. It was always New York. It was always New York people. But Kanye, yeah, these brands, they separate themselves from Kanye, but I think it's only going to be temporary. I think it's only going to be temporary. He
Kanye's
don't
gonna
mean
be
no harm.
Kanye's gonna be okay. The reason why Kanye is gonna be okay is because most people don't give a shit about it at the end of the day. They a lot of people don't have morals.
And also, they people quick to forget. You could do something in the next 6 months, 7 months. People forget these days.
I mean, look, this is a good example right here. Are you familiar with that situation that happened about, I don't know, maybe about 8 years, give or take, with Hulk Hogan when he got caught saying some crazy shit?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so he was using the N-word with the hard ER at the end, right? I'm pretty sure he did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was caught on video. I think he was like pissed off at like one of his kids for some shit happened, right? It was racist as fuck, right? WWE knocked him off, took all of his merch, even removed him from the Hall of Fame list. He's back on now. They selling his merch now. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because as you said, what did you say? There's money to be made, right?
Is money to be made, and also people ethics and morals is not there today in today's environment, and also like people forget. So you got to combine all of that together, and especially the money. The brands is going to sit here and take a break from Kanye, maybe a year, 2 years, and you're going to see him either go independent. Even if he goes independent, they're going to support him. The people going to support him, you know?
The thing that's so ill about Kanye, right? How successful he is. Have you ever remembered any humble moment that he showed? Like where he was just like a humble human being?
Nah.
All the success he has, right? And I cannot mention you one humble moment. Well, it's like, you know, like that. This is a beautiful moment because seeing successful people having humble moments is, to me, is beautiful, right? But then when you see never that, and it's just all we can list is Kanye did this, Kanye did this crazy shit, he said this, you know. I mean, Kanye has said a lot of stuff that was very powerful too, like with the George Bush thing. When Kanye said like George Bush don't love black people or like black people, like that was powerful, man. Like he's done a lot of historic stuff that was very powerful, you know. But and that's what I'm saying. Like it's a fucking shame what has happened as far as someone who's such a creative guy.
I'll say this. If remember the new interview he had, I think he was on a TV show and a guy was giving him advice. And
Piers Morgan, the British guy, right? Was it the
yeah,
British? Yeah.
Kanye was like, "Hey, I'm let me ask you a question. How much money do you have?" And he was like, "I don't have as much as you." Kanye's like, "Exactly. So why would I listen to you?" And the guy was like, "You're not taking my advice." You and the guy is like, "You're not even trying my advice." This is my thing, Dels. If you're the hottest DJ of all time, right? And I'm giving you advice on how to be a better DJ, why would I expect you to listen to my advice, or why would I expect other people to listen to my advice over you when you have solidified yourself as the hottest DJ? I'm not going to take advice on stock market from a homeless dude. I'm going to listen to a stockbroker. I'm going to listen to a businessman. You know what I mean? And I understand Kanye's point, you know?
Yeah, but if you're listening, but the difference is Piers Morgan is a very successful human being. And he is a very intelligent person. Now, a lot of people don't like Piers Morgan, but you can't tell me that he's fucking stupid. He's a smart guy. So, like, I'll listen to someone that I think has intelligence. I'm not going to listen to some fucking guy in the street to tell me, like, but at the same time, I do. Like, to me, the only time I don't listen to people is if they give off bad energy.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes from me just looking into someone's eyes and talking to them. Now motherfuckers, when they meet me, they like to make sure they look in my eyes when they speak to me. Like it's only, and I watch body language, you know. Like I talk to anyone. Like I'll talk to anyone. Stretch sees it. Stretch sees me all the time.
Yeah.
Shit, I was that wrestling shit. I talk to people all the time. I fucking met someone who's a content creator last night. Matter of fact, they got nowhere near the following I have, but I still want to talk to people because they may be able to help me out with shit. You know, look, yesterday Stretch told me last week. Stretch gave me a idea, and then we went out to the fucking show because Stretch was like, "Yo, why don't we go to this show? You're able to get us in there." I was like, "Yeah, you're right." Because I got plugs with all that shit. People fucking, I may not have fucking the view count of other YouTubers, but I guarantee you I could do some of the coolest shit that a lot of YouTubers cannot do. Like because I have one thing, and it's called respect. And also they fuck with me. They like my vision, they like how I speak, they like my thought. You know what I mean? My thought process. So people fuck with me. So
I was shocked my uncle knew you. My uncle knew who you was, which was crazy. He was playing some old mixtape. I think it was a Wu-Tang. I don't know who it was, and it had the cover, and he said DJ Delz produced this. And I was like, what? I was like, Delz is a YouTuber. He not no real DJ. He's like, no, he made music and he made mixtapes for artists. And he was saying that you should be where DJ Khaled is today.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know my background. Like I did a lot of different shit. Yo, Joe Buttons was playing my shit on his last show.
Oh,
no lie, Joe Buttons was playing my shit on his last show. And then someone brought this to my attention, and I'll share this with you. Look at this shit right here. You see who that is? Playboy Cardi.
Oh,
tweeted my mixtape.
Yeah, I never knew you had mixtapes in the past.
My mixtapes were in all 5 boroughs. They were all over the United States. They were everywhere.
My uncle was just saying like DJ Delz came out at the wrong time. He said had he come out in 2005, 2010, he would be DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah. I mean, you know. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, Playboy Cardi fuck with me. You know, he's very relevant in that interview. All he was doing was praising Future and Playboy Cardi.
You know, that goes back to what you were just speaking on earlier. Like, you had success in the past, but you never went mainstream like a Khaled. But somebody from the industry could learn from you.
Yeah.
They could learn from you.
That's why I'm here. And that's why I also have my Patreon, patreon.com/DJ Delz. And I'm always willing to have people pick my brain, or you join the membership. And then when I do these members only shows, you guys can pick my brain, you know. Shit, I played Benny the Butcher before motherfuckers knew who he was. I was the one that got Max B to start taking photos. He had no photos. At the time, I used to hang out with so many models when I was single, which I am single again now, by the way. Just putting that out there, ladies. But yo, so check it out though. Like, I told Max, because I met Max in the club one night because he was friends with friends of mine, you know. So we were all hanging out, and he had like one hook on a Jim Jones song, and I was like, yo, this shit is dope. He told me to come to the studio. He played me a solo shit. This was the same studio that Tupac got shot at, Quad Studio. So when I started listening to the shit, Stack Bundles was there. A lot of people were there. Recipes of Stack Bundles, man. Shout out to Core 2Gs and Bino and all of them. But like I was listening to Max, and I was like, I fell in love with his music. I was like, this is fucking amazing. Like, this shit is nothing like anything. And then I was like, I'm gonna follow you on that. Back in the days, it was MySpace. So I followed his MySpace. He had one photo. I used to always go out partying and shit, hang out with all of these Maxim chicks, like Maxim models I was friends with, you know, Playboy chicks. Like, I'd always had like mad model girls like that I'd hang out with and hook up with like all the time. And Oh, don't be sorry. I'm happier than I've ever been. Be happy. But yeah, like fucking, I know the photographer that this photographer that used to take a lot of photos. That was another reason why I used to be able to hook up with these chicks. So it was a blessing. Shout out to my dude Mark. Question mark. So I got Max to get his first photo shoot ever. He never had a photo shoot ever. I got him on. What was it? 139 in Lenox Ave, right by where the big L mural was. And I said to Max, I said, climb on the top of that fucking sign, like that's your fucking block. Climb on the sign and sit on that block. Sit on that sign. I told him you got to do that shit. And that famous shot of him sitting on the sign in Harlem, that's me right there. And he'll tell you that if you ever see him. He'll tell you.
Max B, man, like I always think about when I hear Dipset, when I see the way they dress today, that's straight stack bundles and Max B.
Yeah.
You know, so damn, it makes you think, man. Like when you look at hip hop, I always think about all these artists that didn't make it. Like, what's his name? Big L. Big L. I look at Big L. I say, damn. Imagine if he never passed away. Big. Imagine them two never passed away. How the game would be. But
I was telling fucking my homie Jones and Stretch the other day. We were all talking. I was like, damn, man, I'm like really cool with Little C's. Like there would have been a possibility I would have been, you know, possibly had the opportunity to do something with Big back then. You know, like if he was still alive. You know, it's like. It's crazy because like I'm cool with a lot of people that I grew up like idolizing, like boot camp click guys like Smith and Wesson. Those are my guys, like Tech, like
Little C's is a cool dude too.
Yeah.
I've met him several times.
Great, he's a friend, man. Love him.
What's that store? Vinny's downtown Brooklyn. I met him down there like 2 times when I was working at the Barclays Center when they was building it. He's the most humble dude. And you know what? He tells you stories. Like when you meet him, he tells you stories about Big. And the stories he'll tell you will bring tears to your eyes. Like 112, when 112 didn't have money, he'll do a show. He'll give everybody 112 like $5,000 out of his pockets.
Cool people. Like I met C's when I was hanging out with we all hanging out one night. It was me, fucking bunch of Dipset dudes, and then Fab and BMF. We all in the club hanging out. We were in this like VIP section and shit. We had a blast, and ever since that night, man, I've always been cool. And we did a mixtape that shit made it to MTV. Also, like, you know, it was dope. Like, but yeah, like the music shit. And what's crazy is getting back to Kanye, like. See, like you don't have like, but there are. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give Kanye some credit. We've seen videos of Kanye showing love to the fans. That's one thing Kanye does do. He loves his fans, bro.
I done seen Kanye. When Ralph is a stepbrother of mine. He was signed to Adidas. He was modeling, right? He's the dude that had the freckles all over his face. Haitian kid. Kanye. We meet Kanye at the YEEZY photo shoot. Ralph gets to meet Kanye in person. He has Nikes on his feet. Kanye takes the Nikes off, very cocky. He said, yo, if you're modeling for me, you can't wear the ops. He's like, take them joints off your feet. He hands Ralph, he gets an assistant to give Ralph $5,000 cash. And he says, when you get out of here, I need you to go buy Adidas clothing. And he gave him 5 pairs of Yeezys. This is when Yeezy first came out. He had like 5 pairs of the same sneaker. I was like, damn, Kanye really looked out for him. Kanye has a good heart. I would say that.
He does. He and that's what I don't like. I'm a fan of Kanye. See, I'm not one of these guys that's trying to be industry. Like I'm a fan, you know? Like that's the biggest problem in this world. Everyone's a fucking critic and no one's fans anymore of nothing. Everyone's a fucking critic, not a fan, right? It's okay to be fans of people. Like I'm a big fan of the music. First of all, music is amazing. Kanye, there's a viral video out right now about 3 days ago. He fucking some artist just played him his song and he was vibing out listening to the shit with him. I seen it on Facebook. I was like, yo, that's so dope. Like, Kanye fucking signed a fake pair of Yeezys. He said, you know, these are fake. I'm going to sign them anyway. Like, you never see Kanye trip on his fans, bro. You see some of these other artists. I've seen artists in the past 10 years, they yell at their fans. They punch their fans at concerts. Kanye loves the people that have made him who he is. So that is one humble thing about Kanye West, I will say.
Yeah, he's different from other. I'll say this: he's different from other celebrities. The time when Ralph met Kanye, Ralph was with one of his homeboys who knew Kanye. When Kanye was making mixtapes in Chicago, and he was making beats and stuff, he named 3 of the first songs that Kanye wrote for industry artists. Like, he made these beats. This is stuff that went on mixtapes that people barely would know, and he named it. And when he looked at Kanye, he named it. He was like, yo, I'm your biggest fan. He's like, yo, people think you're an artist, you're a rapper. You're not really a rapper, you're a producer. And he was just naming all the joints that he made. He was like, yeah, people think that's Mary J songs. That's Kanye. He was like, oh yeah, that's not what's her name? What's her name that was signed to Bad Boys? He had made like 4 hits for her. Light-skinned singer.
Oh, Mario Wanis?
No. Female singer.
Faith. Are you talking about Faith?
No, not Faith. She looks Spanish. He had made like damn near half an album for her. She had made the song Honey.
I don't know. Be honest
with Puff Daddy, Mace, Honey, Mariah Carey.
Oh, Mariah. Yeah. Mariah.
Yeah, he was naming songs that Kanye co-produced, and I was like, we always clown him for being a Kanye fan. I was like, yo, name 10 songs that Kanye produced. He's like, check this out. He names them, then he names 5 or 7 that he co-produced, like where he was working with Dr. Dre, where he knew stories from behind the scenes that he read in catalogs, where Dr. Dre says that Dr. Dre takes a long time to make a song, make a beat. He said Kanye would make 10 beats in a day.
You know, I met Kanye West one time. When I first started, what I do is I go to the Universal building in New York City where all the labels were. And some of the labels I could go up there and, the promo department give me free records. This was before Serato. Like, I was spinning records in New York City at the clubs, right? And sometimes I just hang outside, and see artists walk by and try to build with them. That's how I'd get, like, the artists to host mixtapes. Because people be like, yo, how the hell do you get all these artists to host your mix? I stand outside till I see a motherfucking artist, then hand them the mixtape, Like, yo, I need you to host my shit. My number's on there, I see Kanye. I didn't even know what he looked like because he was just doing beats at the time. But there was these 2 chicks that were like, yo, Kanye. So I was like, oh, that's Kanye West. And he had like a stack of fucking CDs. Like, remember though, you get the blank CDs, the thin case, and all the different colors, like they're like translucent colored cases, shit. And
Yeah.
it was like a mess. It was like disheveled and like they weren't even stacked like nicely. They were all over the fucking place, right? I'm like, yo, what up? I was like, what up, Kanye West? I was like, I love what you do, man. I love the beats. And he was like, the beats, wait till you hear me, my music, and then my music's gonna be crazy. I got my album. It was like, yo, you gotta take down my information, man. And then some fans came and this and that, and I was just like, yo, record a drop before you start fucking with these chicks, because these chicks were all up on his shit. So he recorded the drop, a radio drop, which I still have. I play it once in a while here. And, this Kanye Cheddar kicking it with DJ Delz. He recorded it right outside of the building. And I never thought that would be like one of the illest fucking drops I ever have. But it was only audio at the time. I don't do video like that. It was a long time ago, But the energy was like this, like really intense and passionate. Not intense, like intimidating intense, like just like just spazzola, So it's the only time I ever met him, man. But he loves his fans. That's the one thing that that we could, and we were just talking about this, like that's what's so ill about these long like podcast shows, right? It's like dude that was on here before, Mulberry, he was saying how like clips get taken out of context sometimes. We were kind of talking about, oh, you're talking about Cassie. Is that what you were talking about, Cassie, from before? I don't think she wrote music though. Cassie. I like Cassie. She had a cute little voice. She looked good too. Shit. But getting back to what we were saying, like in the beginning, I was like, there's never a humble moment with Kanye West. But then now that we think about it, there are humble moments. It's just that we just paying attention to the ones that aren't, paying attention to the bad side of him. He has good sides to him, you know, in my opinion. But if you fuck up, man. And sometimes sometimes you're gonna make a really deep wound on someone. You know, you're gonna make a deep cut on a motherfucker. It's gonna take a while for that to heal. So we'll see how it goes down. Steve, you got anything else you'd like to say before we go? We're probably gonna cut out of here in a minute. I think Steve left. But thank you, Steve, for coming through. I want to just get into this article a little bit longer and just see if there's any other details on this. Let's see. We've read this already. Guys, hit that like button if you could. I don't know why it's so hard for people to hit a like button. Damn, that's that girl, and shit, she looks horrible in there. Whew. That's a whole nother thing. Let me see what the poll got to say. Leave your final thoughts. I'll hang out longer if you guys want me to speak about anything. Send them donos. We'll keep rocking. But let me see what this poll is saying. We'll finish off this poll. Damn, we don't got 100 likes, but we got 272 votes. What the hell? I'm about to go DEFCON 3 on y'all, mother. Hit that damn like button right now. Bong bong. Kanye Adidas situation, 273 votes. 42%, which is the high, says Kanye going independent. Yes. I don't think he has a choice at this point. And he's got to gross his money. You got to keep in mind, a man that's worth $11 billion has a lot of expenses. You know? His bills are a lot of money. His bills may be more than what we actually pay a month for all of our bills, a year for all of our bills, maybe 1 month for him. So he got to make money, right? He's going to continue to make money through music, of course. I think Kanye could just chill if he wanted to, honestly. He's still going to make his money off residuals. And then he does a show once a year, 2 times a year. You know he's going to get paid. Or are people going to cancel him where he's not able to do shows no more? I don't think that'll be the case. So 42% is saying Kanye West is going to go independent as far as with his clothing and his shoes. 10% says Kanye is going to Nike. I don't think so. I doubt Nike is going to touch him right now. Kanye's a piece of shit. 27% says that. And I love Kanye. 21% says that. So there's still some love for Kanye. There's more people voting that he's a piece of shit. And 42% says that he's going to go independent. I think he will too. I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to go independent. I definitely do so. Yeah, Kanye's going to go to British Knight. Let's say. He said Kanye didn't F up. He said what he said. Okay. Forbes says that of 10/7/2002, Kanye is worth $2 billion. Not 11? I mean, I don't know. 2 billion, 11 billion. That's a lot of fucking money, right? Shit. That's a whole lot of money. Yeah, I think Ye will bounce back. Too many people love Kanye West. Too many people are big fans of Kanye. For like, people are still buying his sneakers after all that, man. Yeah. He's gonna be rocking regardless. Like AF3, look, AF3, shout out to AF3. He says, as long as we keep talking about him, he's winning. That's what he wants, like him or not. He ain't going nowhere. You're right. Because he's relevant. And it was wild because I heard 50 Cent talk about Kanye. 50 Cent was saying how, like, you know, his career, the people that loved, that grew up listening to Kanye, to the people that grew up listening to 50, right? They've gotten older now. They're doctors, they're lawyers, they work at the post office, whatever the case is, right? They're not going out to the clubs no more. You know, they're not doing all that. They're having get-togethers at people's backyards, barbecuing, hanging out. That's where they're listening to it. So he's figured out other ways for people to listen to his music. For example, putting a song out for the themes of all these power books, right? Book 1, book 2, book, et cetera, right? So he figured out other ways to market it and still be creative and make his music and still get the streams through these singles, which is brilliant. Because I think they're around the same age, 50 Cent and Alexa, how old is Kanye West?
Kanye West is 45 years old.
Alexa, how old is 50 Cent?
50 Cent is 47 years old.
So they're about the same age. 50's 47, and Kanye West is 45. So, you know, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because the thing about Kanye West is Kanye West doesn't have that problem where his music was beginning to not get the attention like it used to. 50 Cent's music wasn't getting the attention it used to. And I think that was just because of 50 Cent, not a lack of talent. I think it just had to do with 50 Cent just became such a big business mogul where he has so many different branches of income, which has made him the man he is, where he's fucking rich as shit, right? Because you know, every entertainer I know that's been in the game for a while that I'm friends with, they always tell me I got to figure out more ways of making income. Like I don't have enough streams of income. Like Delz, you're never gonna get to another level of financial level until you have more branches of income. So you need to figure out other ways to make income. And for someone like 50 Cent, he always has his hand in something, you know. Look, he had the vitamin water early in the game with all that shit. He was doing the Reebok shit, the Reebok G-Unit sneakers. Like this man is a legend, 50 Cent. You know, now he's doing the TV stuff, movie stuff. You know, he acts. He's got so many different lanes, you know. But someone like Kanye West, his music is still very desired. Not saying 50 Cent doesn't have fans. I'm not trying to say 50 Cent is washed. You know, I think 50 is one of the most underrated artists ever. Like, why don't people put 50 on a level as a GOAT? Some people don't. And I've had arguments over this with people in the past. Like, this motherfucker would put out so many bangers. Like, his first, I would say 2 to 3 albums were classics, right? I think so. But like Kanye, his music is very relevant still. People are very excited for a new Kanye West album. Very excited. So he'll probably put new music out. That's what he's going to be doing. I'm not going to say if he's smart. He is smart. It's funny, man. I remember in I forgot who told me this, man, but we were talking about this dude that we know, right? That got so much money, right? He became so successful, someone from school. And I forgot who said it, but someone was like, yo, he's so stupid that he's smart. And I always thought that was the illest shit ever. Like, he's so stupid that he's brilliant. I was like, damn, that's bugged out, man. I don't know where that came from. I'm not necessarily saying Kanye West is stupid, but I just was thinking about that shit. Sometimes, you know, like, it's ill. Like, our brain is like a fucking hard drive, but we have so much stuff stored in there. And sometimes you'll speak about something and then memory will just come up like so randomly. I don't know if that happens to you or I'm just wired all fucking weird and fucked up, because I am wired a little off. But yeah, man, like Kanye, I think he's gonna I predict he's probably working on new music. Most artists do start recording music when they got a lot going on in their life because there's a lot to talk about. This whole thing about him being a president is a fucking joke. He cannot be a president. He cannot be a vice president. He cannot be. He's too out of control to run a country. You know, he will not be signing to any deals. That's my prediction in the next 5 years. But he will stay relevant, 100%. He said, "I'm wearing my red Octobers to honor him." Well, I won't be for a few reasons, which is okay. Guys, I love y'all. I hope you had a great time watching this show. If you didn't watch from the beginning, please do. It's a good listen. I mean, guys, keep in mind, you don't have to watch the show. You can listen to the shit while you're at the gym, doing your cardio or whatever the fuck you do. Get my Sneaker Addict t-shirts. They're linked in the description. Great way to support me. Follow my Twitter, Instagram right there. Oh, we got a dono that came in. Keep talking, Delz. Keep me company while I deliver the mail. Okay, there you go. We still here. Coins in the meter for people new here. You send donos, I hang out. You know, we'll do that. We will do that. Let's go here real quick. I like this one. Shout out to Shannon. Shout out to Joan. You know what time it is, right?
Almost 12?
It's time to get funky. It's time to get funky. How low can you go? All the way to the float. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
All right. I will not get the crack.
What the F is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
He's ridiculous.
It's time for the percolator.
Oh my
it's time for the percolator. How low can you go? All the way to the float.
I can't leave now.
All the way to the float. It's time for the percolator.
Sing it again.
Sing it again.
It's time to get funky. It's time to get funky.
Sure, you do this dance. That's your famous dance.
I was there.
What is that? What is that dance, Jones? What is that?
Farmer Jones.
Salute to everyone that's sending them donos, man. Thank you so much.
Boom, boom, boom. What's good?
What's good is Chris, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're kicking it still. Yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys are thinking. So I really want to know what you guys are thinking. He says, the only Yeezy I'm getting is the Ewing 33 high. Can you imagine? But that's the power of Kanye West, right? And you know what? You know what's wild is Kanye West is talking about the power of Jewish folks, right? What about the power of you, Kanye? You got some power, my friend. You do have power, brother. You know, you have accomplished so much in your life, Kanye. Like, I don't get him sometimes. I don't. A lot of people also talking about Candace Owen. They're saying that she kind of has manipulated him and brainwashed him. I don't think so. I don't think Kanye's a kind of person. There's Jones calling me. Jones, I'm live. Why don't you come through? You're the man. You're the man. You're the man, Jones. Hug. Say, hold on. Let me put you. Did you leave already? All right, he left already. All right, we got some cool reviews coming. Jones got some footage. Shout out to Jones, who just called me. AF3 says, question, will some of his older silhouettes go in price or go down? That's the big question, bro. I think they're going to go up because some people clearly don't give a shit about his statements. So they're upset that they're not releasing no more Yeezys. So I think they may drop at first, but then I think they're going to go up. Because look, for example, Jones loved, I don't know Jones' stance on what Kanye said, because some people were like, not wearing the shit. Like me, I feel funny wearing Kanye shoes right now. I'm going to keep it real with you, all right? I feel weird wearing this shit. I was going to wear the Wave Runners yesterday. I went to that WWE Raw last night. Once again, shout out to my boy Tim. And shout out to Drew McIntyre. You guys are the freaking best. I was going to wear these Wave Runners. I said, you know what? I don't really agree with what Kanye's saying. I don't really want to wear these. Like I feel weird wearing these. Like, it's just like with the Travis Scott thing. When I see Travis singing, yeah, and he got bodies floating and shit they moving them and stuff. I was like, yo, this shit is weird. Like, it's not cool. Like the way that this was approached. He did some shit where it was like the ambulance came. He's like, everyone make some room. He's like, and now I'm paraphrasing. And he's like, yo, let's turn up and shake the ground. Like, where does the stretcher go? On the ground. So why are you screaming, let's shake the ground? Like, you know. And some may say I'm overanalyzing shit. You're entitled to your opinion. I mean, as I said, it's an opinion show. So let's all have our opinions and talk. But what do you guys think about what AF3 had to say? Do you guys think that the price is skyrocketing? I mean, we looked at them. They're kind of at a standstill. The salt restocked while we were having a bunch of people in the room talking. And once again, the opinions of people on this show are not reflected on me or the actual YouTube channel. Not saying I agree or disagree with anything people say, and that this is every stream. So just always keep that in mind, you know. I just think it's poor judgment, Kanye. But Kanye's got all this money where he feels like he don't give a shit. He's going to speak his mind, you know. I need the blue Yeezy slides and the foam runners. Well, what are they going to do with all the ones that are already made? There's tons of Yeezys already made. They just haven't released them yet. So what do they do with all those Yeezys? Like, I haven't bought a new Yeezy in forever. When was the last Yeezy I bought? But you guys know, you look at the production dates. Shit. These shits are made mad in advance. What was the last sneaker I purchased? This is actually the last sneaker I bought. Some fucking Diodoras. These Diodoras here. Do they got production date on Diodora? The Mall Walker. Shout out to Mall Walker Matt. We've been seeing him a lot lately, which has been great. Shout out to AF3. AF3 was back in the building on Friday. That was a treat. Shit. No, there's no production date on this hoe right here. I guess they don't do that. But you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys are sneaker addicts. They got production dates on these shoes. They make the shoes like 6 months in advance. Sometimes even longer. Sometimes a year in advance. And they're just sitting in warehouses. So what are they going to do with all those shoes? Are they just going to throw them in the outlets? Oh, shit. Can you imagine that? There is a possibility Yeezys are going to hit the outlets. We may have to discuss that tonight. Yo, there is a possibility Yeezys are going to hit outlets. What are they going to do with all that inventory? They got to recoup that inventory. It's business, bro. You got to sell off that inventory. Now, how much does a Yeezy cost to make? Probably not that much money, right? Probably not much at all. But if you're making thousands and thousands and thousands of these shoes, and as I said before, Kanye West gets mad fucking product. And that's the thing, like, the gentleman before, Steve, if I'm not mistaken, his name was saying, yo, they didn't give him his own store. So that gives you the right to fucking just spaz out. People are telling me I can't say that word no more. That's like the new, like, no word. So I apologize if I offend people. Listen, I grew up in the fucking 90s. We've been always saying that damn word. I don't mean it disrespecting anyone. I keep getting warned about that by my people. They're always telling me, you can't say that word. It's like AF3. I'm going to put him out here. I'm going to put him on Jump Street. It's like AF3 he's an actor, right? He's an actor. And he's not getting the role he wants. So you're going to go fucking DEFCON 3 and freak out? Guess what? AF3 is going to get killed in the show next week. You know? You got to handle things properly. You can't just do what you want. And that's where the whole Kanye's a narcissist and yada, yada, yada shit comes from, because it's kind of showing his ass when he does this shit. It's a businessman, you know. The statement says that they will not be releasing any more. Well, he didn't get any deals cut off of that first statement. And then he says, say Jewish people run the world, get deals cut. He got the deals cut after saying about Jewish folks. And I think it was a combination of that and also the George Floyd statement. I don't think it was just that, but I think it did, because the thing is, though, he's saying he said Jewish people. He was talking about how Jewish people were powerful in business, right? But not all Jewish people are in business. That's ignorant, bro. It's ignorant as fuck. It's racist. That's not racist. You don't think that's racist to say? Give me 1 second. Hey, what's up? Hey, can you give me 2 minutes? Thank you. I mean, because I think that's racist. I just realized I have an appointment. So I got someone here. They're changing my sink. I totally forgot about that. I have this appointment. So we do got to go. If a dono comes, like, I can't do any more minutes right now, but I can come back, and feel free to send donos if you enjoyed the show. But I personally think it is. And everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has their own thought process. But just eliminate the word Jew and put any other race or creed or color in it. Eliminate that. That's where we have to really put that into perspective. Eliminate that word, right? And put anyone else. Whether you fill in the blank, Jew, turn it to something else. Whether it's a religion, Christian, Muslim, race, African American, white, Indian, Chinese, Asian, you know? It's an interesting topic. Y'all want me to go live later? Communicate me on Twitter and Instagram. Not DM me. Tweet me. And leave comments on one of my posts on IG, and I read those, okay? Let's talk more about this if you want later. You guys, listen, you guys are like my executive producers. I run off of what you guys want from me, okay? So communication is key. Matter of fact, we can also open up a platform on this video. Leave your thoughts on this video, and we'll probably read through some of the comments later. I love y'all. I hope you guys have a good day. And listen, let's just try to spread love, man. Real talk. Like, I feel like you should never look at a whole group of people because you've had bad experiences with some people. It's fucked up. Just my opinion. But I respect yours too. Love y'all. Have a good day. Get the new Sneaker Addict t-shirts. Link below. Have a good day.